so deep in the hole.
You're not going to want to go deep in the hole.
Nope.
What's up, everyone? Joe's back.
Hey.
Christian's back. It's been another 3 weeks since the last episode. What's been happening? Daylight savings time today. We lost an hour.
That's one of my topics. I brought topics. I did bring topics. We can just start with that one.
Okay, Joe.
I've been looking forward to this day for like 9 months.
That was your topic? Daylight savings time?
No, not daylight savings time. It's if we so Trump.
Of course, this is
early. Yeah. We're starting it off hot.
Hey, I thought Trump was going to like be all thumbs up. So far, it's been kind of thumbs down.
The market hurts right now, dude, but it's necessary pain. Trump said he was going to get rid of daylight savings time or keep it, basically. Like, we'd always stay on daylight savings time.
Some states don't even do it, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is even more confusing than it should be. But
wait, is it Indianapolis
Arizona
is the state?
Or something.
Indiana is the state.
They don't do it.
Indiana, maybe Arizona, but yeah, they don't do it.
They don't.
I would love to not make it.
Well, so he
days.
said he was going to get rid of it, and now they asked him the other day, and he's like, well, it's 50-50, so I don't really want to,
You know what's crazy? And this is probably how they decided. Elon tweeted the other day and just goes...
A poll?
Yeah, a poll, and it was like, hey, would you rather have like the extra hour or lose the hour? Like, would you rather have it lighter longer or darker sooner? I'm like, that's probably the deciding factor.
It's so dumb, dude. Because I got up this morning at like 7, but it's actually 6.
Ah, okay. So
That's why you feel so tired.
4.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, 1 hour. You lost an hour of sleep last night. I don't know. The only argument that I see now is like parents don't want their kids going to school in the dark.
I think that's
like
I think it originally started. Yeah, I think it started for like farmers stuff.
Farmers, yeah.
But then it also was like, oh, our kids are out at the bus stop in the pitch. I remember being out at the bus stop in the dark.
Yeah, but now it gets dark at 4 o'clock, and you're getting home at. So I feel like regardless, it's
random bus. Things are changing, evolving over time. I tell Taylor this story, and she thinks it's like wild. Maybe people listening, they did. Tell me if this is crazy. So I lived out in the country when I was a kid, okay? Now, the bus picked me up at my house, and it's like through the mountains and these narrow roads, like winding, I'm like out in the woods, okay? When I was in elementary school, a feature that they had that I did, it was you were proud to be this person. When you would come to the bus stop, like when it would be like, okay, we're picking up little Christian from his house, if you were the special person, which I was frequently.
Oh, hold up. How long was your bus that you rode?
It was
like a 10-person bus or like a full-size bus?
What does that mean, Joe? It was a normal bus.
I don't know.
So you would get to be the bus. I don't know what they would call him, like the bus safety person. But I would have a sash. Okay,
we didn't have this.
And then it's kind of like there's like the hall monitor.
You were the bus monitor.
But listen to this. It got even better. So you would get this wooden dowel rod with a flag on it, like a red flag, okay? And you would have your sash, and every time the bus would stop, the bus, like the little thing comes off the front of the bus and the stop sign comes up.
That was you.
We added an extra layer. You would go out and you would stand in front of the bus in the middle of the road with this flag, holding this red wooden pole flag up so that cars would be like, oh, there's someone coming. And the more that I think about it, I'm like, they put a kid in elementary school in the middle of the road to just be like...
We didn't have that in Texas.
We definitely didn't have that.
So we would protect the kids, and I would just block the cars with my body, I guess. I don't think they do that anymore.
They didn't ever do that here. That's nuts.
I never got hit.
I never wanted to be the special. Anytime in school, they're like, oh, you'll be like the hall... Like, no, I don't want that. It's too much responsibility.
Another bus story, there was a girl on the bus one time, and she would ask me if she'd be like, do you want like my leftover like change that I have? And I go, okay, like, sure. Okay. And she would give me her she would just give me her like extra change. She didn't like change.
She probably liked you.
But I don't know, she would give it to me. But then I got called in the principal's office because I guess the parents were like, hey, where's like the change from that? And she's like, oh, a guy on a bus like takes it from me each day. And then they called in, they thought that I was stealing this girl's money. I'm like, no, she gives me the money.
I didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, I rode the bus, but I didn't have any weird. I just got to school on it.
I was the first pickup at the bus, so like at the end of the street.
I was the last drop off, and that sucked because you had to ride through all the neighborhoods. And
Do you sit in the front of the bus?
There
or
was
the
no
back of the
AC.
bus?
Awesome. Now that I think back, like when it was 100 degrees outside, like it was fucking hot.
I was the
bus.
last drop off, but the first pickup.
Wait, is
I
there,
think I was the same.
Yeah.
is there AC on school buses now?
Probably now, but there weren't.
No,
when
you
we
got to hit the
were-
window, and then sometimes like your finger get jammed, and like the
Yeah.
window go down cocky, and like
But you're in Virginia, like, dude, in Houston, it was like 104 degrees and 90% humidity, and you were in the back of that bus for like sometimes like 2 fucking hours. If you were the last drop off, you were just riding the bus.
the most VIP seat was that back half seat.
Oh, by the door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the real.
We used to race Hot Wheels cars on the bus. Like, you know, like
Oh.
the track?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we'd have somebody sit at the front and he'd put all the cars down and we'd like bet on them with like chips and shit. And then when the bus would take off, they'd fly back to the back and whoever hit the back won.
I have a bus story. Must have been like 4th grade, 5th grade. It was the point I already liked girls, right? I already had a crush. She was on my bus, everything. So I was actually the first drop off this day. And, you know, everyone like watches as you leave, whatever. And it was Halloween. So my dad gets this like whole ass outfit, mask, like really scary mask, hides behind the bush. As soon as I come off, doesn't go to scare me, goes to try and scare all the kids on the bus. So he runs up to the bus, rah, just doing all this shit. And I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? Everyone knows it's you. So embarrassed. Literally was just like ready to cry all day. I remember going home, getting on the trampoline in the back, just like wanting to ignore my dad for embarrassing me so
I'm running
bad.
away.
My family.
Yeah, I'm so embarrassed, Dad.
You honestly, you had like a little emo vibe going on, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just walk home.
Middle school Christian was wild. Like a little comb over, like fucking straight Green Day. I saw that picture you playing guitar.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams,
Yeah.
every walk to the bus, bro.
What? Do you have any bus stories?
Nothing bad ever happened on our bus.
Would you still put your kids on
Hey,
nowadays?
did y'all have a nice bus driver? Because ours was like evil. Like,
mine
were
was
all
great.
bus drivers fucking evil? Because ours would like, we had the lady that was like, shut the fuck up, like slam on the brakes, would like yell at us all the time.
Yeah, you had to have that. Yeah,
Yeah, we got cussed out frequently.
Mm-hmm.
There was no
We
cameras
had
on
the
our bus.
coolest bus driver, Mr. Scott.
We didn't. And I remember like, I rode the bus till like 9th grade. And I think like 9th grade was the first time they put camera. Like I remember like cameras getting installed and then the bus drivers got way nicer after that. But up until like 9th grade, there was no monitoring.
I think it was Abraham Lincoln that said, "So tell me that your son doesn't know any cuss words when his bus driver's screaming at him, fucking him up worse."
That was Lincoln?
That was Abraham.
Could have been Jefferson.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No bus.
So daylight savings though? No? Are y'all in
Oh,
favor
I'm all for it.
to get rid of it or to keep it?
I want to keep it.
Wait, does
I like
keeping it-
longer
Would you
days.
like it to get would you want 1 extra hour of light or 1 extra hour of
extra hour of light. Bro,
But no, I know, but do you want that extra hour at the end of the day or the beginning of the day? That's the question.
it's all the same day. It's all part of the day.
No, I know, but do you want it to be pitch black at fucking 8 a.m. or do you want it to be light
I
at
want it
8
to be
a.m. but
light.
get dark
I
at
want
5?
I want the sun to be setting at 8 p.m.
Okay, so you'd rather be dark in the morning.
Or how about this? There's a new daylight savings time. It starts getting light at 5:30 a.m. and it stays light until 8 p.m.
Well, also
It's a new one
The
that
Earth
we-
is spinning and shit, so no matter what, it's gonna.
No, we just invented it. It's a new one.
No, I know, but no matter what, you're
do a
gonna have
system
longer
update.
nights and okay, it's
'Cause
gonna
I-
change no matter what.
Because I want to use my Blackstone in the evening, and right now it gets dark at like 6, but not anymore.
You know,
Speaking
light.
of the Blackstone,
Dude, that thing's
You're
so
gonna
good.
you're gonna want a
I
Blackstone.
know I want one, but
Hey,
what's
can we
that
hold
butter
up?
you have
Hold
to
up.
put
hold
on?
up,
I'm
hold
gonna
up.
cook on
It's
it
not
tonight.
butter. It's not butter. It's can we just?
What?
I get Raptor R. You get Raptor R. I get
Blackstone?
Blackstone. You get
Blackstone.
Blackstone. I get golf cart. You get golf cart. I get McLaren. You cannot afford.
Do you?
Great success.
Do you? I'm trying to think of things that I've done first.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing. you do everything I do.
I got a mic drop. I got a mic drop one. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This one's gonna be good. You ready
What?
for this one? Okay. I start clothing brand overseas
Okay.
and use Chinese manufacturers and take my name off the brand. Christian
There you
starts
go.
clothing
There
company.
you go.
Boom.
There you
All
go.
right.
You're welcome, dude.
Anyways, did you buy Blackstone?
I start physical product. You start physical product.
You did, right? Hey, yeah. I don't have any more. No, that's true. That's true. I give you props.
I get warehouse. You get warehouse.
You moved me here for the warehouse.
Did you buy Blackstone?
No, but
But you're worried about the butter?
Well, then I saw the oil thing. He puts like the
No. So it's
sauce.
like you ever had like a cast iron?
Like beef tallow.
So you
just
you
put
have
it
to
once?
you have to season. I mean, you're supposed to do it like once a quarter. But if you're cooking on it and you're using oil, it'll keep like seasoning it. basically it's not like you're not eating it. It's just like it builds a layer, like an enamel on the actual, so it doesn't rust. You're basically just making it so it doesn't rust.
Oh, I thought you're stressed about doing the process. You're stressed about the thing you're putting. Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
I don't want
it like builds a layer. It's not actually in your food. It's just to keep the thing from rusting.
I mean, it's technically.
It looked like a lot of fat. Yeah, that was like a
but it's not. You're not cooking with that. You do that once, and then you cook on it.
Yeah, but
separate.
it seeps in. It's not accurate macro.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Bro, how are you gonna live your life if you're stressed about the layer you got to put on your griddle?
Bro, last night, Heidi and I's 1-year wedding anniversary. Well, on Monday, but we celebrated on Saturday. She wanted to go to Steak 48, so I call, make a reservation. They can't do it till Monday. Okay, then Saturday comes up. She's like, how about we just celebrate today? What if we could just go to Perry's at Town Center, 3 minutes away? I'm like, great. Yeah, let's do that. And then 3 p.m. comes. She starts getting ready. She's like, babe, what if we just like don't go?
She said that?
Yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah. Even better.
Wonderful.
So then we just Instacart filet mignons, cook fillets.
How does that?
But
does that come
see, the difference
good?
is instead of going out and like, going off.
Do you still dress up?
I was dressed. She wasn't dressed yet. But then for the filet, got to have way more meat, way less. It was just ham spray, right? So,
hey, what is a filet mignon?
It's a mignon of filet.
Yeah, what is the mignon?
what
Because if
piece
you're at a
of-
steakhouse, no, I'm saying, but like at a steakhouse, it's always like an 8-ounce center cut filet. No one says like, what is a mignon?
It's just what they call it. It's just
I know, but why do some steakhouses just like you would order a filet? They didn't say mignon, but some places say filet mignon. Is it different? Is it sauce?
that's like saying
Same thing.
You don't have to say
Yeah,
the
but
second
what is the
word all the
mignon?
time.
No, but they do. Okay,
what part of the cow is it?
I don't know.
It's the
center.
It's his mignon, dude.
It's the mignons.
You got
Is it like the arm?
No, because if you go to a meat market,
lean?
no one at a meat market doesn't say on the thing filet mignon. It would just say center cut filet.
you go to meat markets a lot. The fillet,
What's the leanest part of the?
the fillet.
No, I don't think it is.
No, it is.
It
The
is.
fillet.
No, I think like flank or something.
It's got to be the arm or something.
Flank is his ass, bro.
No, I think it's like shoulder or something.
Flank is fattier.
Is it?
Yeah, the fillet is the leanest cut of the the cow, and bro, there's no fat on it. Literally,
No,
no
I
fat.
know, but okay.
That's why I get the fillet, because then I don't have to eat around any of the
You know
steak.
what would add fat? That fucking tallow stuff
Dude,
you're
it
putting on
wouldn't.
the
It
on the
burns off.
Blackstone.
Y'all don't cook on. You don't have like pots and pans.
I do.
Okay, you don't think there's shit on there?
It's different.
It's not. It's not different.
I'm not adding a club of stuff.
But you're burning it off. Like it burns off, and then
yeah, eventually.
you do that like a day before. It's not like you do that every
Probably
time you
burns
cook
off
on
like
it.
10%, then 5%, then 3%.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good way to live, bro.
I just like my cooking method now, so I'm all right.
Yeah,
Dude, when you
but
can cook 50 chicken breasts at the same time, you'll be so happy. The Blackstone is a game changer.
you know what I?
No, I do want one.
I almost don't make the mistake I almost made. Okay, when you go into the Lowe's or the Home Depot, do you like Lowe's or Home Depot better?
This will tell us a lot.
Home Depot.
Oh,
Man, okay. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap the podcast up.
Yeah. Wait. Target or Walmart?
Target.
Interesting. I would say Home Depot is the Walmart.
Home Depot is like
of tools. I would say Lowe's is Target. Lowe's is higher end. Lowe's is nicer inside. People, I don't know. I like Lowe's.
Yeah, well, there wasn't
Depot's
really
dirty.
a Lowe's by me. It was always Home Depot.
They say that Home Depot is for the people that do the work themselves. Lowe's is for the people that like need help to do the work.
I need help to do work.
I should probably go to Lowe's.
Honestly, like oh yeah.
Okay, so when you go to buy your Blackstone, you have options, right? I almost went with the smaller 24-inch because I was like, oh, well, like it's just maybe me and Taylor. Maybe I'm cooking a little extra for people because I was like the 36-inch. That's kind of too big, right? Went with the 36. Glad I didn't go with the 24.
You're gonna want the 36, and you're gonna want the one with the little table.
No, it's an
It's
extra
nice.
$1,000 just for like a table that comes off the side.
Yours doesn't even have a cabinet, does it?
You have a cabinet?
Like my propane tank and stuff's hidden under a cabinet. It's nice.
Oh, I don't
You
have a
can't- yeah,
cabinet.
No, you want the one I got.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
See?
we're
I
in
got the better
wild
one.
times where like I would buy a Blackstone, but in my head I just had to buy a new tripod,
No, they're cheap, dude.
and it was like $559.
Why did you buy a $600
Hold on, I
tripod?
bought the Peak Design carbon
fiber one? That is nice.
Mine
Yeah.
broke, and so I'm like, I just made a big investment. I can't make another investment for a
Tripods
month.
have-
Wait. You bought Christian. You shoot with like a G7X.
No,
Like, this fucking
Heidi
big.
took it to Alaska, so I'm
Okay, you got a normal size
using the
camera?
FX3. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's still annoying to use it though.
Okay. Well, the Blackstone's like $500, and it's very worth
I'll
it.
look into the budget.
You know they make built-in ones, so when you do your house, you can have it
That-
built into the cabinet. So it's like
But then where does the grease trap go?
On the back, you can get to it. We just have to probably build like a back to the cabinet.
I was trying to think. Maybe
Bro, they're finding a lot of snakes at the house. Like,
and
Yeah, we
sparklers.
live in Texas.
yeah, but
And
you know,
you
like,
live in the
so
forest.
They did a quote for all the brush to come out.
Yeah.
Oh, how much is that? Because I have to get that done.
Got 3 quotes. Started as high as $37K,
Wait.
For how many acres?
Yeah. What?
like 3.5 or something.
Yeah, no, but he's like
But
brush. You're
got
not.
it. Got it. Done. So 11.8 is what we're gonna pay.
Yeah. He's got like 6 feet of like weeds and shit. Yours
But the guy
just like
says
a little,
there's like it's like infested with snakes. I'm like,
Well, I'd imagine.
definitely get it out.
I mean,
There was one on our doorstep the other day. He says, I wasn't there for it. But
did he say that after or before he gave you the high quote?
That's when you gotta.
Yeah, he's probably like, no, there's a lot of snakes over there too. Try to clear that
That's
out
when.
too.
This is what you got to do. When Heidi's inside, you got to go. Heidi, come downstairs. There's a trouser snake out here. And he's gonna be like, "Ooh, what's a trouser snake?"
But you're terrified of snakes.
terrified.
Is Heidi?
She doesn't like
Wait,
them.
that joke didn't hit.
No.
That was the worst joke you've ever told on the podcast. Everyone listening is now stupider for listening to what you've said.
I don't even know what a trouser snake is.
You know what trousers are?
Bing bong.
Pants?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
It's your penis.
got it.
there you go.
Got it.
And then when Heidi comes down, you're just like, this. You got to do it in the fields. You're like,
Sorry, Taylor.
oh man. Okay. Last thing on the Blackstone here. I'm trying to think of scientific reasons. I feel like Joe has some data. Why would you want a regular grill over a Blackstone skillet? Because the only thing that I think that you could do on a regular grill with the slats in between that you couldn't get would be the grill marks, because assuming you're using propane, it's just
I would
slats.
prefer Blackstone. Yeah.
I
trying to
actually,
think,
I don't know.
Like, why would the common man or woman?
I've always had a regular grill. I think you can like char stuff maybe a little bit better on a regular grill.
The only thing I thought is on the grill, which I don't know why the Blackstone doesn't do this. Like on the grill, you know, like they'll have like the second tier like on the lid, so you can put like stuff that less heat. They don't.
Yeah, but the Blackstone, you just make the right side, like you can just have one side less heat than the other
Yeah,
side.
the Blackstone's superior.
Yeah. I had grills my whole life. I got the Blackstone. No part of me misses the. I guess you could, if you had a regular grill, you could just buy like a drop-in griddle and have the best of both worlds, because you'd put it on top of the grill and it would do the same thing.
For 7 years, I cooked on a Blackstone at my job, so I realized that I'm actually a professional. I've had 7 years of experience using.
You can do anything. It blows my mind that you got Jersey Mike's to give you raw. That's
Yeah.
actually nuts. They did that.
Yeah, because I bought a bunch of chicken, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make these like chicken and cheeses, which I'm a professional chicken and cheese maker, and you can't get a good hoagie bread at like HEB or something because it's all real narrow thin. I was like, the meat's gonna fall off. You need the wide guy. So I was like, oh, we'll go to Taylor's. Like, you can go get just the bread from Jersey Mike's, and I was like, oh, they'll sell me the bread because it's like in the bigger hoagie rolls. Then I was like, do you think they would just give me all of the chicken and the veggies, because then it's like. Then it's like it's more ready grilled chicken, and everyone was like, "I don't think so." And I was like, "I got a feeling they'll sell it to me." I went in there, it was just a bunch of bros. No one else was in there. I was like, "Hey, can you give me all of the fixins for the steak and cheese, but just don't cook it? Give it to me." They're like raw, and I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, just don't tell my manager." I was like, "Okay." So I'm not telling his manager.
I told Max should have taken a bite and then sued the shit out of Jersey Mike's. Like, they gave me raw meat.
Like, yeah, we have you on camera asking for
Nuh-uh.
it, but it was great. Yeah, Blackstone's great.
Yeah, you should get one. I wouldn't worry about the layer of.
We found a way to make the perfect juicy chicken. One extra step at the end, put in some bone broth. Like, once you already flip it once and it's almost done cooking, put some bone broth, like just a little thin layer at the bottom.
Yeah.
Boner broth?
Boner broth, and just makes the chicken juicy as fuck, bro, for like 8 days.
Bro, you sure there's
You know
not,
what else you can
there's
do?
not calories in that?
You can get a skillet. I'm going off topic here, but not. But the skillets, you could put the skillet on the Blackstone and use it to heat. So like if you had if you wanted to like cook something with like a broth or whatever, like instead of having the whole thing, you can just put a pot on the Blackstone.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put bone broth on a.
No, but you could just put
Blackstone.
a skillet on top of your Blackstone.
Christian,
and
you
still-
of all people should know that you can milk anything with nipples, okay?
You're on a roll, dude. You were.
Trouser,
Yeah.
snake. Oh,
Hey, so what's going on with your house? Because you didn't respond to the text.
Yeah. Well, I'm saving it for a YouTube video, man. But
No one that watches this is
I
going to watch
know,
this.
I know.
a lot of people.
No, but like
watch
no
this.
one's going to not watch your video. 'Cause
We're
they're watching
adding like
this.
2,000 square feet to the house, pretty much.
On the master side?
Yeah, all master side. Just
Oh,
like,
wait, the primary side.
There you go.
Can't say that.
yeah. So it'll whole redone area. Gonna cost a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And then Hanny snuck in the. So Heidi, we need to talk about furniture because the whole time I'm like, babe, we're gonna use our furniture. We're not gonna buy new furniture. She's like, yeah.
That was my plan, and I got shot down.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I've known this whole time we're gonna need to upgrade furniture. Like, it doesn't go with the.
Yeah, you have like 2020 restoration hardware. No one's gonna want to sit on that, dude.
So we're essentially gonna be adding a ton for just like closet space, master bath, or redoing the whole that section of the house. So yeah, now we got to get the drawings final, the city involved, the permits, and now we're debating if we want to move in because we can be moved in by like May, June this year, but block it off and let them work on that for like a year because it'll be like a year, or we just wait a year plus. I have a question.
You could have just built a whole house.
Here we go. Here we
It would
go.
have taken a year and a half to just build.
Here we go. Does any part of you wish that you just bought land and built a home because now your plan is deviating and now
Well, there was just nothing within range of Alphaland. So no, because I would have still that property is just like the best.
alternate plan?
And there's no world where I would have enough land to build an indoor basketball court full price. I just wouldn't do that. So there are certain perks to the house that I get.
How many acres you on?
7.5.
I mean, I got 5. There's 20 for sale down the street.
23.
Yeah, I can't drive an hour to work every day.
Yeah, that would
bro.
be long.
No way.
Look, we just move Alphaland.
No. This is the way you got to think about it, bro. If someone's ever too far, this is how you think about it. How far is the new house?
15.
15 minutes, right? Like 15 minutes ain't much. So this is just 15, one more 15, and then it's just one extra
And then
15.
then you just double it.
You're already fine with 15.
Y'all
It's
do
just,
that on the treadmill?
it's just 2 more 15s.
I definitely like if I'm doing 20 minutes on the treadmill, like 10 minutes in, I'm like, all right, just double that.
As soon as I get to halfway on the treadmill, then it's
just do
all
it again.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as but until I get to the halfway mark, if I'm in 30 minutes, like up till 15 just sucks.
Oh, I do it the whole time.
15 to 30, easy.
How much do you think this renovation is going
I'm
to cost?
predicting the just like the added square footage because they have to like level. It's just like they have to level it. They have to concrete. It's going to be at least like with furniture additions. I'm saying 1.4.
What do you mean with furniture additions? Like you need furniture.
We need furniture, yeah.
Dude, go to. I know
think
it sounds kind of
just
peasant.
the add-on like 750 to 800.
No, bro, they moved.
No, maybe
2.
not. Maybe 1.2 because just like that's like not putting stone. That's no like, you know what I mean. So yeah, we're in it, bro.
They
And
moved
Heidi wants to do it. I'm like, all right, let's go. Fucking go for it. What
The
else will we
restoration
buy?
hardware outlet that we went to. They just put it in Stafford right here. It's right next to the movie theater right now, like in
What?
Stafford.
That's where we got the lamp.
Dude, it's like not like we went in the other day and like they have like everything that they had, but even nicer stuff now. Couches. They have another twin to our dining room table. The same one's in there again if you want another one. And everything's like 80% off, and like it's all brand new. Like none of it has like scratches or anything. Coffee tables, couches, rugs, everything.
I'm going to go check that out today.
I think I might go after this. I'm trying to buy a dresser. Very nice. There's a lot of furniture in there that you should do that before you go buy a bunch of brand new.
Wait, so now you're not going to move in for a year?
Either summer, and we live in there with just that side of the house getting done, which I wouldn't mind, honestly.
It's gonna be so annoying.
Yeah, but also like it's just so far out that I kind of want to start experiencing the house and like be involved in like finishing it and like I don't know. Right now I feel so disconnected from anything going on with the house because we literally don't go.
Hey,
And
Yeah, but they're gonna like blow out walls,
yeah.
so you're gonna be like living in there.
Well,
And not
they'll
able
do
to,
a
like-
lot of that before we
Okay.
ideally. Well,
I'm saying they're not gonna be able to like lock the house for a while. Like,
That's
some
what we're
walls
debating.
in
Is
there.
like, do we just move in, or do we wait till it's all done? which would be-
Selfishly-
Why do you need to add this square footage?
It's not that I don't think it needs the square footage. It's just like when they design the house, kind of like how my house
it is
designed.
kinda
It's like
narrow.
it's very
It's very narrow.
like quadranty, like how my current house is. Like when they designed it, they probably had this like genius thing, but like it's a big house, but it's just like the
Site,
way that it's
yeah.
laid out. Like it's not an open floor plan, especially like with what
Not at
y'all
all.
for like how big the house is. like the closet doesn't represent, and these are super first world problems, but like it doesn't represent.
Yeah, and just like it's so, but comparing like our setup right now, like I'd be downsizing by like 70% of like just the space I already take up, and Heidi takes so much space. Like I wouldn't even have like an area.
She's so small.
Yeah, a lot of shit though. Lots of stuff.
Oh my God. When is when is your gym gonna be finished at the house?
Not till way after the house.
What? Oh dang! I was hoping I could work out there. It's way closer in Alphaland. Damn. Selfishly. Okay, you celebrated your 1 year anniversary with Heidi.
I made a dope gift.
When are you giving it to her?
I already did yesterday.
What is it?
I did. So the whole thing was like, okay, first year, lots of shit happens every month. So I went and I got like anywhere from 5 to 12 photos per month from 2024, like since right when we got married. So there's no wedding photo, but I made a scrapbook with like March 2024, and then I just did like a bunch of photos.
Like
April.
you glued them in?
Yeah. Yep.
You did it?
I did it.
All right.
He's artsy fartsy, bro.
No, I know.
I did it all.
And then so it's a scrapbook.
Scrapbook.
Oh, nice. Did you write little like messages of like?
I wrote like a message on like when she opened it. It was like, hey, our months get crazy. This is like,
Did you put dates of like the photos?
I mean,
and
I
stuff?
didn't go. I just put like at the top like the month and year, and then just put the photos. I didn't like fucking go and like cut up like little, I didn't make it like. I've seen some crazy scrapbooks. It's not like that. It's like month, year, and then photos. Month, year, photos.
Very simple scrapbook.
Very simple. Yeah.
That's a great idea, dude.
She loved it.
She loved it. Did she get you something?
She got me new ring, the Cartier, but she got me the gold one. And I think, because I don't have that gold watch anymore, I think I'm gonna go to silver. And she was like, "But Max has silver."
I get a I get a white gold. Christian gets white gold.
Yeah.
I'd go gold. I like gold.
Yeah, but all my watches are silver now.
Don't matter.
Yeah, and
You get like two-tone, and
But
then
she
you
also
can do
got me
both,
an
and you
oil
got-
painting of me and Heidi from our wedding. So I have an oil painting of my mom and Nala. I'll have one of me and Heidi. So I'll put them both in my office. That was dope.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was great.
How does it feel being
But
married for
it
you?
wasn't there, so like it's still getting shipped. So,
That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, by the way, it probably won't come till June, but I got, and I'll reveal them on the pod. I got each of you a gift that I got one for myself as well, but they're different.
Fuck yeah.
I think they're not going to come till like June. You'll never guess it in a million years, both of you.
You're gonna tell us?
No, I can't tell you.
So
But like when I have them on the table, I'm gonna have a cloth over them. I'm gonna reveal them on the pod.
is it another bobblehead?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, really unique. I think you're really gonna like yours. I think you're gonna like yours. I love mine.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I think I like it.
I think you'll like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Max
exciting.
is.
What? Say some shit.
I just feel like you do a lot of like TikTok shopping now.
Oh yeah.
You get like random shit on the internet now that I'm like, where'd you find this?
Yeah, I'll randomly see stuff on ads. I used to always think like, how do people get suckered into ads? I'm like,
You're that guy now.
You know, like we'll crank up ad spend like for our businesses, and it's crazy. You're like, oh yeah, just put more money in the ad spend, and we just make more sales. Like we're essentially buying the customer. But I'm like, who's getting convinced by an ad? It turns out me.
Yeah.
But I just see stuff. I'm like, oh, Taylor would love this. Like, but it's like.
I feel like you have a slap chop. You ever buy a slap chop?
No,
ShamWow?
Whack. No, it'll be like cheap stuff. That'll be like a goofy T-shirt that I got for like one of my employees. I was like, oh shoot, damn, she should get a laugh at this. And then Taylor, it'll be like, it'll be like, oh, this looks like a cozy like robe, and I'll get ads and I'll just ship it to the house. But then sometimes I order stuff and I think I'm getting scammed. Like I ordered something for like $30 for Taylor for 3 months ago. It hasn't showed up yet.
On TikTok?
Yeah. No, on Instagram ads.
I'm not on TikTok. She's really bad about buying shit on TikTok. And it's always just like, I'm like, example, she bought a bunch of phone chargers on TikTok. She bought like a pack. And she's like, oh my God, they're so cheap. It's like $10 for like all these bricks. Dude, I was walking around my house and I hear this like buzzing noise. I'm like, what the fuck? For weeks, I couldn't figure out what it was. All of these phone chargers she bought are like buzzing and they're like hot to the touch. And I'm like, you're going to fucking kill us. I threw them all away. I feel like you can't buy stuff on, like anything you buy on TikTok, you just have to expect it to be like shit.
sour strips are sold on TikTok. They're good. Hey, speaking of TikTok, my TikTok got hacked. Like,
oh yeah, did you get it back?
Yeah. And I didn't have to pay anyone, bro.
You definitely. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You did something.
So first of all, I get probably, okay, dude, my life is pretty hectic. I get probably 5 to 6 spam phone calls a day.
Yeah.
Every day, period. All day, every day. I hate it. I want to chuck my phone out the window. Then I'll get 1 to 2. Here's your Twitter or your X verification code.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get
all the time.
One of those texts, like, here's your code every day. And I'm like, who's trying to log into my X? And then I recently was getting, here's your TikTok login code to your text because I have 2-factor. And then it started coming in a different language, which I later found out was Arabic, but it came in a different language. And I'm getting emails, and I'm like, what? Like, who's trying to get my TikTok? And then
they got in.
I don't know how.
You did. You logged in.
And then they're going live. They deleted all my videos. They're going live, just talking to like people in Arabic are just randomly on my shit. But then I'm like, oh my god. At first I don't care, but then I start going down the rabbit hole. And then I get people on Twitter's like, oh, I can get it back for like $800. I'm like, why do I have to pay someone to just clearly click a button? But first, before I tell you how I got it back, Joe, how do they hack it? They don't know the password.
You logged into something.
How
at some point, well, okay, do you use the same password for like everything? Are you that kind of guy? Sure about that?
My password is 111. It's 1234 password.
Most people will they get one of those tracking links or something and they log into it thinking it's UPS or something, but it's not actually
click that shit. I never
Okay, well, they're getting clever now. So now what I've seen them do, you'll get like an email from like UPS to track a package or whatever, and after you log into UPS, it'll redirect you to UPS. So it actually looks legit, so you don't even know you did it, and now they have their email and password, and then they start taking that and going to different accounts. More than likely, at some point, you logged into something that was fraudulent, or a company leaked your I mean, that happens too, where like Sony got hacked and all of your passwords on your Sony account got,
The only thing I did is when I got I kept getting a bunch of TikTok verification codes in different language, and I responded, "Go dig a hole and fall in it," and I sent that back to them.
TikTok. It's like, all right.
But
it's not good.
It's not some cool way that I got it back. I was like I was like, this is my life now. I don't have TikTok. And then I randomly on my phone was able to go in like my other account, and like I somehow was able to get back in, and then I just changed all the password and all the shit. So, and then I had to go through and unlike and unfavorite like 100 TikToks of just different languages and just guys like doing this on the TikTok. So TikTok's back, baby.
Yeah, big one. Tolls. That's how they're getting people now. Because I think a lot of people run tolls. So now, a big scam that's going on right now is you'll get a text message that says like Texas tollway, like click here to pay your fines.
Oh, I never do that.
So that's a scam. If you click that, it looks like a legit website and you'll put your credit card in there, but it has nothing to do with Texas toll. Just go into these like dudes in Bangladesh that are just,
He's like, oh my God, another idiot, press the button. Here's a life hack for you guys. If you get a text with a link ever, just don't click it. I actually almost fell for a scam early when I moved to Texas. So I needed to like replace my credit card or something. So I look on the back of I think it was Capital One or Chase or something. I look on the back of the thing to get the number, right? So I call the number, and they're like, "Yep, this is like Chase or Capital One." Like I'm calling because I called the number on the back of the phone
It didn't sound like that.
The card. Shut the fuck up.
It definitely didn't.
And they're like talking to me. They're like, "Hey, actually, we have this this promotion going on where like if you." I think it's like for $1,000, you can like buy. We had these like cruise lines set up that like for $1,000 you can get like a 5-night cruise with you and someone else, and it's only $1,000. We're offering it to our members and all this stuff. I'm like, well, this actually sounds like a great deal. And they're like, yeah, it's got to be in like July. Like they're telling me all the places I can go, and this is where it goes out of Galveston. I'm like, wow. I mean, I don't want to go on a cruise, but like $1,000. Like, it sounds great. And then they start going. They keep going down, and the more they're asking questions, I'm starting to be like, okay.
This is Capital One?
Yeah, this is Capital One.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker.
That's not a scam.
No, here's the kicker. You ready for this? I look at the number that I called. It turns out I was 1 digit off on the card. So I think they just set up scam lines. So if you misclick on like the final digit, that you'll call
happens a
this
lot.
number.
That's crazy.
I almost got taken for a ride, and I don't think I would have gone on the cruise. Oh my gosh,
Max
bro!
is like, I've never done anything bad on the internet, but I won like 8 free iPads the other day on some ads. I feel like you're definitely the kid that was like, click here to win a free iPad. Like, all right.
You know, speaking of shitty people, we recently had to get a lock box in the front of our house
That was crazy.
because Taylor was getting super stressed out. Whenever we would travel, we get a bunch of packages. Usually it could be from, Ghost or like Buff Bunny. A lot of Buff Bunny got stolen from our house. But, and then the people would just like throw it in the street, like a street down because they open the boxes and be like, I don't want this. And they would just leave it in the road. And our neighbors would like bring like just bundles of like Buff Bunny clothes back. But, and a snowboarding bag.
I got a snowboarding bag out of this.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, people.
It was actually
when
me.
we travel, like obviously at night, like over the weekend.
This is like a common issue most people face, right?
Yeah,
Like
so-
I
packages
bet he's watching
stealing.
right now. What do you want to say to him?
Suck-
They're at least watching your Instagram because they know when you're traveling.
No.
So they're definitely watching your story and like,
No, here's how they know that they steal the packages because the packages are just out and it's like 1 a.m. and like there's packages on the front doorstep, so they know that we're not there.
there's no way they're going every night though.
No, I think they live in the neighborhood and they're just being like, oh, there's packages.
You're in a nice neighborhood.
It's
Who
11
lives in a
o'clock at night.
Like, there's like $1 million homes in
but
there.
it's not getting stolen in the middle of the day. They're getting stolen at like 2 a.m. So Taylor gets real upset and stressed, and I'm kind of I'm like non-reactive to it. I'm like, yep, like the packages were out. We're not there in the middle of the night. Like someone stole it. Like, yeah, we have the Ring camera, but it's just like a person in a hoodie. I put it on my YouTube video. I showed the clip of it. And like, I'm like, what are you gonna do?
What do you do?
Well,
No, separate from that.
what?
Like if Amazon delivers a package that gets stolen, does Amazon replace it or it's just on you to like?
Let me ask you this. As a business owner, if a customer says, hey, my package is stolen, what do you do?
Because it did get delivered.
Correct? You could be like, hey, it shows it got
We
delivered.
had proof we'd replace it, I think.
Yeah. Most companies,
I hope
like
that's in our policy.
most companies, like at least how we would do is like you would have good faith. Like if someone's like, you look at their account, like, okay, they've had the past 7 packages stolen, and okay, like, hey, we need to ship this to another location again.
Yeah.
But most people are going to replace it. They factor that into like their loss. But you know, I'm like, what do you want me to do, Taylor? Right? Like, call the police? Like, they're not going to do anything. We have a video, but it's like the hoodie. Like, what you just kind of accept loss. We'll get packages shipped to the warehouse. But now we have this like box thing I put together. That's like this lock box that I can like lock it from my phone and stuff. But why are people stealing packages off the doorstep?
Hey, I got good news.
Desperate.
What?
You're coming to Fulshire eventually.
Okay.
There was a miscommunication the other night. Somehow or another, we went to sleep, left the garage door open, doors unlocked, golf cart and McLaren both in the garage with the keys in them. Nothing all night, dude. No one touched anything.
I have definitely left the garage door open at night before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I literally woke up and I was like, easy. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna try to get in the McLaren, but like the golf cart would be an easy steal. I wouldn't even hear it turn on. You could just fucking start that thing and dip. There's no crime out there. It's very nice.
You know what's crazy is like, like the world, like everyone's like, all the countries just like trying to kill each other. Like this country hates this country. What is it? Russia hates everyone. I don't know. It's kind of like if everyone just acknowledged that we just be cool with each other. Like the only reason that we lock our doors and lock our cars is because we think that someone is going to steal it or come into our house. But you would think that you could just leave them unlocked and everyone is just like, hey, I don't steal your shit. You don't steal my shit. No one steals. What we need to do is make the punishment even higher so then no one wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if someone has your, like, when companies like, hey, we want to we need to wire you money or something. Tell us your routing and your account number, right? With that amount of money, couldn't they technically just like wire money out of your account? But they don't do it because I think the punishment is so big for fraud, wire fraud, right?
Yeah.
That like people generally don't do that. We need to raise the bar. If you steal packages,
agree.
head gets chopped off.
Maybe hands first.
Wiener.
Medieval times, if you stole, they cut your hands off. I think they still do that in some like Arabic countries. Like if you get caught stealing, they'll cut your hands off.
My TikTok got stolen,
They
and
might
it
cut
was
the
all
guy's
Arabic.
hands off.
I don't think they're gonna cut their hands off. Have you ever done the 23andMe?
Yes. I actually just found out yesterday that I They update your profile sometimes. I am 0.2% Pakistani and Northern Indian.
Yeah? So
0.2%.
What are you going to do with that information?
I'm start scamming people. All right, anyways. All right, I'm done.
What?
It's a thing. Go ahead. What you got?
Is that just your history or whatever?
It's like
Like your lineage. Honestly, they do traits now. It'll tell you like on mine, it's like you're probably that'd be funny. It's like you're probably like averse to cilantro. Like there's actually a bunch of stuff in there that's like pretty accurate.
It would say like what your
done it.
heritage is. So
Yeah.
my brother got it done. I've never done it because I've always been like, what am I going to do with this information? Like
It's pretty cool.
Well, I figured my brother got his done, so I don't need to do it because I'm assuming it's
Should be the same.
relatively. But Chase found it out, and it turns out we are or him. I'm assuming us. Significantly portion of our lineage is from Wales. We're Welsh.
Oh, I literally thought like
What?
sea whales. I was like whales.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
And so Chase is like, he wants to go to Wales to like,
Connect.
yeah, like
Touch
his
some grass.
40th birthday, he wants to like go to Wales, and I'm like, bro, like why?
Where is Wales? In like northern
Ireland.
England? Ireland.
Scotland.
It's on the island, right?
Ireland, Scotland. Where is Wales?
It's on that little island with the UK, but I don't know where.
Just like go and never come back.
Where is Wales? Wales is a country in the United Kingdom
Yeah.
located on the island of Great Britain. It is in the western part of Europe. Well, it turns out I'm Welsh. So I don't know what. See, but like, what are you supposed to do with that information? If you
I
found
think
out
it's
you're
just cool to know.
But-
I don't know.
for what?
I don't know. It does backfire though because I did it before. No one realizes like once you do it, if you ever commit a fucking crime, like your DNA is in the database now.
Huh? Oh,
Yeah, like they use like 23andMe and stuff gives that info or it's available to like law enforcement. So now,
Suckers.
yeah, so like if I committed a crime and like some of my saliva or something was there, they just immediately know it's me because like unless you've committed a crime, like your DNA is not like they don't know like Max Tuning's DNA.
Why didn't you say like your blood? Why did you go straight to like your spit? What do
If my semen is there, I mean, what does it matter? If your bodily fluids are there, what does it matter which one I pick?
I'm just.
My point being that you'll get caught now because if you've never done anything like that, like you're not in the database. Like they won't find you until you get registered. All these people doing the like heritage stuff are now in the
Hey, it's
in the
also
system.
when you're a kid and you know the school's like, hey, little Christian, today we are gonna go to the police department and we're gonna get our fingerprints taken.
yeah.
And then you,
There's been, I might be totally off, but this might be like one of those dumb things you see on the internet. It's not true, but I'm pretty sure there's been like a couple like serial killers and stuff that got caught because like one of their family members did 23andMe. So they had DNA, but they didn't know who it belonged to. And then like the sister did 23andMe and they realized it's a match. And then they figure out it was the brother and arrest the brother. Like I think people have like gone to jail because someone in their family did 23andMe and then that tipped off like an old cold case.
look at that. You go to try to find something cool by yourself, you end up going to jail forever.
So yeah, don't do it if you're going to commit crimes.
Tragic.
Yeah.
I mean, I can keep going with these. You want to?
I have another topic,
What?
but it's like
What?
so what are y'all, more so you, I don't think you have control anymore. You're not the captain anymore, but
Okay, I'll take a seat.
the tariffs, right? What?
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
Wait, that was funny, but my trouser snakes wasn't funny.
No, the tariffs are now going into place on China and stuff.
25%.
Yeah,
10%
which
China.
I know I'm not trying to get into politics, but this will directly affect both of y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
you,
we get
because
some
what do you
stuff.
get from yeah.
Boxes.
Well, I think Europe's next. Canada is in effect now, which for us, a lot of our lumber comes from Canada. So I know, at least on the cabinet shop side, like we're going to start raising prices because we have to, because
Better not.
all of our shit comes from China. Like we don't have an option. And I guess that's the question of like, as a business owner, like if your product goes up 10%, are you immediately going to do it? Or are you going to try to hold off a little bit and help the consumer?
We're going to try to hold on. We just did only because we just did a huge pricing adjustment last year.
Yeah.
And we came down on everything.
Idiots.
But if all your product goes up 20%, like you can't eat that for more than.
No, yeah. I mean, in probably 2 years, we'd have to do it.
You think you can sustain that for 2 years? A
not-
20% hit on.
It's not a
10%
20%.
Okay, even a 10%
Yeah.
hit. I mean, that's a big cut to your margins. 10%.
About 10%.
Yeah, but I mean, every launch we have new product, so it's like you may see like a $2 to maybe $4.
Well, okay. Here's the question too: is it okay if the rest of the industry does? Like, if Nike and Adidas go up,
I mean,
then
they're
you feel
just
better
gonna-
about going
they're just
up?
gonna do it.
Yeah, I know. So then, do you feel like you're okay doing it, or do you still like I'm not?
I mean, I've tried to keep the same prices since we started, really, but it's tougher and tougher as we get older.
Yeah,
and
I can
older.
tell you right now, the big brands don't give a shit. I got a call.
Aloe hoodie 180.
Yeah, I got a call from Porsche. All of their cars coming in after next month, they're like 10% higher across the board because I guess there's like a luxury, something's happening. And then I believe Ford, all the parts for Ford are coming out of Mexico, like all the AC parts and stuff. So I think like all the F-150s and stuff are going to go up like 10%.
I mean, the Raptor can't get more expensive,
No,
bro.
I think it
This
might.
fucking car.
So I mean, it's interesting though that like these big brands are like they're just going to increase, but then as like I don't want to call you a small business, but like technically, but like you're going to try to do the right thing, but it's like
You know what's crazy is
I don't
like
know how long you do that.
how much is the most expensive pair of joggers that you sell currently?
Like 74.
Here's the scenario. It's like Nike joggers are like
150.
150. Christian's gonna go, hey guys, I'm a small business owner, and we got hit by the tariffs, and unfortunately we have to raise our prices. So the jogger's gonna go from 70 to 75. People are gonna lose their minds, but they'll still go buy the $150 jogger and like won't blink it. Oh, stressful.
Well, I think the idea, the whole, one, they want them to do some geopolitical bullshit and fix it. But the other idea is like bring your manufacturing to the U.S. But I don't think anyone
can't
understands
quit,
what that means. Like for Alphalete to bring all manufacturing
Bro,
to the
just
US,
source
like,
it real fast.
Yeah, well then I'm like, dude, your prices are going to increase 50% if you fucking have to manufacture everything in the U.S. Like,
Yeah, that's why we're still in the best situation we can be.
yeah,
with
like
the
there's no easy
controllables.
just come to the U.S. Like how the fuck do you do that when you have?
Here's the question. You get hit with a tariff and you go, hey, we need to raise our prices 10%, okay? You raise your prices. You get through the storm of like people getting upset. Trump goes, we have solved the tariff problem. No more tariffs. Us and China are cool. Tariffs go away. Do you keep the 10% increase? Or you go, man, people are already fine with the 10% higher.
Yeah, no, it stays. It never goes away.
And that's called inflation, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, look at pandemic pricing. Everything went up. Nothing came back down.
Well, I guess they're like, well, if they'll pay a little bit more.
I mean, we saw graphics cards go to like $1,000 for like, bro, there was a day that you could build a PC for like $2,000 and it was like the best possible PC. Now, like a graphics card alone is $2,500.
That's true.
And it never came down. That's the new standard. Same with phones. Fucking brand new iPhones, $1,600 or something.
I'm
New
actually
camera comes out this year, right?
FX3 Mark II should come out like
No, I mean
soon.
the iPhone. Oh, FX3 Mark II?
Yeah, FX3 Mark II is probably going to replace. I don't think there's going to be an A7S 4. I think A7S 4 is no longer. I think it's just going to be an FX3 Mark II.
Hey, I'm just excited about the new 16 millimeter 1.8.
I told you about
lens.
that.
Woo!
I
Only
told
16
you.
or is it 16 something?
No, it's just a
16
16
flat.
prime, but it's a 1.8.
1.8.
And it's
That's
tiny,
nice, yeah.
dude. It's like it's.
Yeah, it's
Sony?
smaller than your wiener, bro.
I was going somewhere with that. All right.
What, I think mine's a 16 to
35.
35.
Yeah, no,
I
this
like
thing
mine.
is
It's 2.8.
It's nice though,
Mine's
dude.
a 2.8, right?
1.8, 16
My current one's a 2.8. Yeah, I like that.
for a vlogging lens.
I just
it'll
like being
be-
able to zoom in.
Wait, iPhone's coming out with the camera?
I
Apple's
think,
coming out
I
with the
think
camera?
the new iPhone's going to have a fully updated
The new iPhone's gonna have a camera?
shape.
I mean, dude, the new one's already.
No, the new
I
iPhone.
didn't get the 16.
Yeah, no, I'm getting super. So
Well, foldable.
Apple has stopped.
you buy it?
I don't think they're going to do that.
Yes, they will.
They have a
Yes,
patent
they
on it.
will.
They're
I would
at
not
least
buy that.
dabbling in it.
I would not buy that.
Do you think it's gonna fold like small to this size, like razor style, or do you think it's gonna go this size to like kind of like a tablet?
I think tablet.
But
I
then-
like the Razor idea. I love the idea that little like when it's folded, it's tiny.
I just want to be able to be like, you know what? Stop trying to call me with these spam calls.
Yeah, but the problem is it's screen on screen, so if you're gonna shatter your screen immediately. Yeah, I don't know, but they took out patents
with
and
all the
shit.
vertical video. I don't know. I feel like any folding of the screen you do will just be like distracting from the vertical video.
I don't know. Maybe they don't. I mean, Android's been doing it for a while, and it really hasn't caught on. Like, no one really seems to love it.
I'm getting real ticked off at Apple recently because I think we're at what, 16? This is 16?
16 Pro Max.
Pro Max?
Yeah.
So Apple doesn't do their like yearly, these are our launch dates. Now they just kind of like, we have something new coming this week. They're like,
No, they
announce-
do. The iPhone will always have an event.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, Tim Cook on Twitter or X is just like, announcement coming this week, new product coming this week. And then it's like, hey, here's our new iPad Air. And I'm actually, I think I'm to the point where I'm like, shit needs to change, or I'm tired of it just being like, it's a little faster now.
I think we've hit the
peak.
Yeah.
Do you think Apple knows that?
Apple won't do events for anything that won't move the stock ticker.
All I want is for the lenses to not get so easily fogged.
Yeah,
they need to
like
put something that's just not smudging, because
they
like,
need the
makes
camera.
The just look like
so when you
shit.
set the phone down, it doesn't. Here's what everyone wants. I'm going to make the perfect iPhone. Okay,
Cook, are you listening?
Yeah, we this is what the people want. Okay, we want a phone that if I drop it, doesn't break ever. Okay, we want the quality of it. What are you doing?
It's what you're going on a monologue, anyways, dude.
Yeah, it's the perfect moment.
I feel like this whole podcast, I talk the most amount.
I've been talking a lot this one.
You've been yapping.
Yapology, dude.
They
I'm a
need to make
yapologist.
the edges of the phone have some sort of grip to it, so you can like lean it up. Because the problem is with no case, if you lean it up, it like slides down. So you need a little bit of a grip, but
Who's
not
leaning it up. What are you leaning it on?
like when you're propping it up and you're eating your Chipotle.
On
and
what?
On your drink cup or something.
I think if you want to do that, you get a case with a stand.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want a case.
Okay, so you want a kickstand built into the phone?
No.
I
just
feel like
wanna-
that'd be easier.
You just
want to
have a little
grip.
a little.
I would almost rather have a kickstand than a grippy side.
Grippy side, but it's an advanced grip that doesn't get like lint.
But you have
and
to
stuff.
have something to put it on.
Joe, here's
Just put
the
a
situation.
kickstand in the phone.
You can't
Because-
just put a kickstand in the phone.
Why
That's the
not? Why
next.
not?
That's the next model, bro. Okay, you do that. We want the front camera to stop being so much shittier than the back camera.
It doesn't work, dude.
Yes, it does.
There's a sensor in the camera, right?
Just do
There's
it
a
better.
big sensor in that back camera. They can't fit that in the front.
Yeah,
have a
you know what,
screen
Joe?
there.
I'm sure when you were a kid and you were staring at your 60-inch boob tube projector TV, you go, man, how are they going to... There's no way they can make the TV thinner than this.
Why was it called a boob tube? I've heard that before, and I always assumed it meant like porn. Is that what that... Why did...
It's
I don't know.
Because
Okay.
it's like a boob.
I don't think so.
It's
I've heard, like, my grandpa used to call it the boob tube, and I'm like, why is it called... I never questioned it until now.
their grandpa's talking about boobs
Okay,
again.
so we got kickstand, and we got better front camera.
Grippy side.
We don't need the grippy side.
Because the phone's so beautiful, like I shouldn't have to have a case. And then also the camera on the back, they need to make it, when I put the phone down, I don't like the little wobble, like where the camera sticks out.
See, but okay.
Okay.
So the camera can't get any thinner with the sensors, like we just talked about.
I think they can.
So the option would be to bring the back of the phone out
That's
to
fine.
be flat.
Make it
So
a
you're
little
cool with
thicker.
it being thicker,
A millimeter thicker,
whatever it would take to.
that's
yeah.
fine.
Honestly, they could do that and put a bigger battery in it. I just want better battery life, dude. Like, I'm still to the point where, like, my phone's dead at the end of the day.
You gotta stop watching so much porn.
I don't think that's it. We're in Texas.
we're
You
still
can't watch
talking
porn
about
here.
the iPhone, right?
You literally can't watch porn here. I
What?
mean, you can, but, like, not easily.
No, you can't say the P word, dude. I get demonetized.
Porn?
You stop saying
You
it.
can 100% say
Corn.
that.
You say corn.
No, you can. Okay.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can.
You got you're watching corn while you eat.
It shit's
corn.
so normalized now. Like, you can.
Yeah, you're right. I see a lot of YouTube videos that say it.
Hey, speaking of
Just anything.
websites you shouldn't go on,
Corn.com.
I
Gayjeeps.com. You should go on. Dude, I realized the other day. Do you realize that I have spent like $600 on that joke? Because every year it's like $72, and I've been paying it every year for like 10 years.
Scoot over further, dude. On what, Joe?
Gayjeeps.com. I'm not going to tell you all what it is, but you should go visit it right now. It's very important.
Joe's gonna get single-handedly.
Why?
He's canceling himself.
No, I'm not. Nothing I've said is wrong.
I know my rights.
I know my rights.
Speaking of websites you shouldn't go on, my buddy Michael sent me some link for like some
Corey?
Yes, Michael Corey. I talked to Michael Corey like all day, every day about stocks.
I texted Pat and told him we were in it together.
I
I
had-
told him to
I had to
stay away
talk
from the
Pat
ledge.
off a ledge about him jumping out of the market. So he sends me some link for some like kind of update on some like drama of like these fitness influencers, but he sends me to Reddit. And I'm not someone who I go to Reddit for like I like asking questions and like Reddit at the end you see people like whatnot. But it's been a long time since I've gone down the rabbit hole of like looking at threads about like myself, or I haven't looked up other people, but like you look at like Reddit because there's Reddit threads about us.
Yeah.
Like there's one's about you, one's about me.
Nothing about me. I'm good.
And so every now and then, I'm like,
Check in.
I'm like, what are these basement dwellers like? What are they saying? And bro, people need to get a life, like a literal life. I mean, these are all people that, like, there's no photo. They're all anonymous, right? So they're just like they're like keeping up with our life so in depth to just find out the new things that they dislike about what we're doing. But they have to stay tapped in to know the new things that we're doing that pisses them off.
And then it's like a play on Gymshark, isn't it?
Jim Snark.
Yeah. There's like a whole Reddit thing about, like, I think it's mostly about the girls, but there's like
Bro.
a whole thing about like all the fitness influencers.
And what pisses me off the most, and I don't understand, is like basically any decision that I do, right? This is with the commonality. Any decision that I do, the comments are that Taylor convinced me to do that thing. Like, they basically take anything that I do and they go, Taylor's the reason why he did this. I'm like, why are y'all attacking? It'll be like, Max bought this new land, like this 5-acre land. Taylor convinced him to do it. Taylor made him buy this new land. I'm like, what?
Honestly, I feel like I've influenced all
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
like, what are,
decisions.
like, it's just so ridiculous that people are spending so much of their time. Like, here's the thing, they're gonna watch this. They're gonna make a whole thread about us talking about them.
Maybe.
It's crazy.
You won't get anything out of me. There you go.
What do you think about like drama threads?
I mean, I've definitely had times where I know I've had many Reddit threads, so I just don't.
I mean, same with like bad
But at the
comments
same
on
time, I don't
YouTube.
know. Like, Juan kind of keeps a close eye on Reddit, just with Alfleet, with me, whatever, just to be informed. So anytime there's something, I'm always like, tell me if there's ever anything, so I can just like, because there's always some, like, I don't know, not always, but I guess there's always something to, like, in that case, I would say no, that's just whatever, fuck them. But if it's like related to the company or something, then I need to pay attention.
Do y'all still read YouTube comments?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been
Especially-
all of
replying-
them, or just
I've been
like-
trying to reply to, like,
For the first day,
everyone.
I have a video went up this morning. It's a 10 out of 10. I had a video.
you're on a good run there.
I know I was. You always think you're
10 out of 10.
I was like, damn, Max just like really increased his distance from me, average views in the last like.
it's a bull
5
run, and then
videos.
we get
yeah, 10 out of 10 is bad
Get-
for y'all.
yeah.
It sounds good, but it's not good.
It's a bear market right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like YouTube comments. But here's another thing. Like, I have never watched someone on YouTube, just been like watching a YouTube video, and then they say something that makes me like angry and want to leave like a comment about how angry I am.
No, I get angry all the time.
But people, like, you get comments that are like hate comments on your YouTube, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like hopefully it's
not as many.
Yeah,
as-
exactly. No, I still get them as well. But I mean, like, imagine watching a video and then seeing something and then be like, oh, this motherfucker. Hold on. Christian, you are such a dumb piece of shit. I can't believe you made this decision. This was the biggest, like, error of your life. You are so dumb. Enter. Like, why do people do this?
Look, I agree with you, but there's one YouTuber that I fucking hate.
you leave negative comments.
No. But I intentionally, if I see one of his videos, I click it, I dislike it, and I report it for misinformation every time. It's this tech YouTuber, dude. It's like
Linus
I think it's
Tech-
called like,
Tech
no. It's
Tips.
like Max Tech or something.
Because his name's Max.
They're wrong. They're just wrong. It's just blatantly wrong about everything all the time.
You just
and it
admitted
just
to
annoys me.
falsely down, like,
That's fine, dude. They just I can't. There's this thing. I'm going to rant here for a second. There's this thing in like the tech world now where like I want to watch a tech YouTube, like I want to watch a review on a phone or something.
Okay.
There's this channel called like Max Tech. They never have the products. So they make these videos that are all speculative. They never have it, right? They'll be like, new MacBook Pro came out, review, and then the review is them talking about a picture of it. They don't actually have the
there's
product.
this one, yeah. I'm here with the iPhone.
Yeah.
16.
And they never have
guy?
the product. I think so, but like they don't have it. So I'm like, first off, why are you making a review? Because you don't even have the fucking product. Like, what are you
I
doing?
think I know who you're talking about.
Dude, and then they're like, oh, like leaks suggest that this is going to happen, and 2 days later, they're completely wrong, and they never make a video saying, sorry, we were wrong. They just keep making new
they're
videos.
just making content, bro.
Dude,
I think I
it's
know
like a race.
exactly who you're talking about.
It pisses me off because it's like a race to get views, so they don't even care to make good content. It's just like, oh, rumor the new iPhone 6, like 2 days before the iPhone 16 came out, they posted like, rumor is it has these upgrades and everything else. 2 days later, nothing they said was actually true. Everything was wrong.
You got clickbaited.
But then they come out with the next video and they're like, oh, iPhone 6. And it's like, dude, you just lied about
Okay.
everything.
I got a
hate it.
I got a perfect
It makes me
comeback
so
that's going to
mad.
solve your problem, Joe.
Yeah.
What is the worst? What is a TV show that you started recently that you're like you didn't like it? Just in general, it could be any show you've ever watched.
Dude, I don't really watch a lot of shows.
What show didn't you like?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, has it happened before that you were like, I'm gonna try this show? You watch an episode, you're like, I don't like this show.
Billions.
Okay, so you watch a episode and then you don't continue on.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in life, when you go to watch shows and stuff,
Yeah.
there's been plenty, like a movie, and you're like, I don't like this. I'm not gonna watch the next episode of the show. I don't like this show.
They show up every time. I know you're gonna say it. But
Turns out on YouTube, people can't do it. If they dislike, like Joe hates this tech channel so
It's a
much,
vendetta at this
but
point, like.
he has to stay subscribed, and then he has to click on the videos just to see if he can get pissed off at the next thing that they're gonna say.
I'm just curious to see if they're like gonna like correct themselves at some point.
But like,
They never do.
Don't you agree? Like Christian, it's like if people who leave negative comments just don't like your vlogs, my vlogs, whatever. Why don't you just be like, just don't watch them? Just
Yeah.
stop watching the tech.
Okay, but before I agree to do that, can we just if you are a tech YouTuber, there's not a lot of y'all out there, but if you don't have the product, don't make a fucking video about the product.
Do they get a lot of views?
Yeah. Because they make it look like they have it. They'll be like, oh,
Joe's pissed.
new M4 Max laptop, like, should you buy it? And they don't fucking have it. They just go over the specs from the video of Apple's release, and then they'll be like, I don't know yet. We'll find out next week. And I was like, why the fuck did you even make this video?
Why do you click on it?
Because they make it look like they have it.
So each time you go, maybe they're not lying this time.
Yeah, like they'll have an M3 Max MacBook Pro on their desk, and they'll take a picture and be like, M4 MacBook Pro review, and they don't have the M4 Max.
Is that how people thought when we used to clickbait?
Y'all's clickbait's different though. You're not like it'd just be like me being like, "Hey, here's a
thinking
review.
about my life.
It'd be like me being like, "Here's a video on a Ferrari 458," and then you click it, and I don't actually even have the fucking car. I'm just sitting at a desk, like, "Well, I think it might be a good car."
Clickbait, like for example, my truck is getting some work done right now. I don't want to spoil it. I spoiled getting the truck on the podcast, but it's getting some special stuff done. But like old Max would have been like the day after I got my truck, I would have been like getting rid of my new truck. Right? Because I am getting rid of my new truck.
I would argue that's less bad than what I'm annoyed with, but yeah.
What's your thought? Do you feel clickbait's done?
I think it's done.
But you got to be like, even for the like video, yes. The problem I found with YouTube is it's more like if you vlog and you don't have like a central focused topic. Let's just say I'm going to film 15 things I do in my day. Like I just have to pick one of them. Or else every video would be like, day in the life, day in the life.
Okay, so for the next vlog, I was thinking of titling it "Exchanging Wedding either our first wedding or exchanging wedding gifts." What it's
Boring,
actually
not
like.
that's not gonna
Yeah,
be good at
none
all.
of them. Yeah, I know. I'm like, well, that's right.
I would argue what y'all are doing isn't that bad. I'm not actually mad about that kind of clickbait. I'm mad about that. This is a different level, dude.
Man, YouTube was the best when you could, everything was, I can't believe I did this. You won't believe this.
When those videos would be 1 out of 10s.
Oh.
And do ...
Oh my God. Dude, remember, YouTube was, I look back, like, I made some weird videos. It'd be like getting him fired. And then we made this skit where like Christian had the lemonade stand.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
You and me were in the car and Christian was in like an EF shirt making lemonade and we like pulled up and they were like, Christian, make the lemonade faster. And I like, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that at all.
Icons.
Oh my, bro! I used to troll you a lot. I was watching the video. I was showing Taylor how I remade the summer shredding, like scene for scene with Kelvin and District Barbell. When I'm like, scene for scene, I redid it, and I go, I don't know how Christian stayed friends with me. Like, I think it's funny, but at some point, like, were you ever just like, man, this is fucking annoying, bro? Like Max is like, we get it. Like you troll me.
Nah.
No?
No.
I could see how when I watch back my videos, I can see why people dislike me for sure. I could see why you dislike my personality and like my over energy. But here's a question.
When you watch back, you're like, ugh.
Here's a question. I asked Taylor about this. I go, hey, do you think I should make a vlog where instead of like me going like, what's up, guys? Welcome to the new video. So today we're gonna take the new Raptor and I'm gonna do that. Or versus like, I was like, what if I just like kind of calm down a little bit? I was like, Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. So today we're gonna go do this.
I would watch that more.
But Taylor goes, no, you can't do that. You need to be like people want like the energy. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know how to turn it off anymore. I think I'm so down this rabbit hole.
I was gonna say you're pretty close even without the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, we go to dinner and shit, and you're still annoying at dinner. I mean,
Yeah.
like you're pretty much the same.
But I guess I'm not like, what's up, Joe, dude? What are you doing?
But I do think people enjoy I know, like when I was making car videos, like I was pretty low energy, and people fucking loved it. Like I was never really like going out of my way to like yell at the camera and stuff, and I feel like people almost like that better than like the over the top like crazy.
I've
I'm
realized
pretty
that,
low energy.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more real. Like people can relate to that.
But I realized that like the YouTube version of myself is like it's me, but it's like a version of myself that's because I get like so in my head about this because I think about how weird it is that like I just film like the random stuff that I do and like the things that I say because like when I'm out, like the random jokes that I'll make, like I'm talking by myself, like I'm saying all the things that I wish that I could say, but I don't say in real life. Does that make sense?
You say a lot in real life.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like this other version of myself on the YouTube, but I can't turn it off, bro. When I turn that camera on,
Just changes.
I'm like, what weird shit am I gonna say today? But I think then I think people like this version of me.
I've got a show you guys have to watch. It's kind of related to what we're talking about. It's this YouTuber who it just came out. It's on is HBO.
The show's about a YouTuber.
It's about a YouTuber who it's like a family channel in Utah.
Is this fictional?
It's real. So a YouTube family vlogging channel. They get to like 3 million subscribers. Videos getting 1 million views in like 2017, 2018, 2019.
Must be nice.
And then turns out the mom ends up like abusing her kids, like tying them up with duct tape. Like,
Damn.
Oh,
like
passengers, eight
passenger.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
They just came out. Holy shit.
Yeah. No,
3
she's in jail.
episodes of like, what?
Did y'all watch
kids
the?
are like a man. They're like skin and bones.
Did y'all watch the Gabby Petito documentary
Yeah.
on Netflix?
Where the girl got murdered by
Yeah, I
her
mean, it happened a long time ago.
boyfriend.
But
Yeah.
there was a whole documentary on Netflix.
I haven't watched that.
It's pretty interesting, but honestly, dude, like, it just shows. I feel bad when I say that, but like a lot of people now are like, oh, like I've noticed people will like reach out, not me so much, probably y'all a lot, but people reach out and be like, I hate cameras. I'm not sure how to talk. Like I'm very shy. Like, what are your recommendations to make a YouTube channel? And I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't have to have a fucking. That whole time I watched that thing with the guy, I'm like, this girl shouldn't have ever even. It's like she wanted to be a YouTuber so bad, but she was so bad at being on camera. And like,
What does that have to do with her getting murdered?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they were getting in fights. I almost think the YouTube channel had something to do with it because you could see in the background, like she would refilm something 20 times, and he's like, he's
that
locked
dude
in a
was
van with her.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. But he's like locked in a van with her. He's obviously annoyed with her, and she would like she would like fuck up the speech and like start over again. And like I'm telling you, if you watch, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like you could almost see it in him where he was like so over her trying to be a YouTuber that like I think it like clicked. I think he went crazy because of that.
What's your how often do you because I still refilm clips a bunch because like vlogs are supposed to be like organic of like this is just what I say. But
I'll
a lot
just
of
refilm something if I don't nail it in one take and if I film something I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like cut that or like I'm gonna have to cut that 7 seconds. I'll just redo it to try to nail it in one so I can just literally delete the old clips and drag the one clip in.
But wouldn't the idea that vlogs are, I guess like why do we refilm segments when you're like
because I don't want to edit.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
It's not like I wanted to say it in this way to get it.
No.
I'm a one take wonder, dude.
Bro, I'll refilm a lot.
refilm.
But if I'm with people, like if I have to do
You and
something,
David will refilm a lot.
David will refilm 8 times the same clip
yeah.
because I can't take a bite of my taco until David will control lunch until that goddamn clip is filmed. I'm still upset about Velvet Taco not able to eat my taco for like 10 minutes while
Here's
David was
the
filming.
thing: when I look at like David or even myself, definitely I can realize that like people are probably frustrated when I have to refilm clips, and I've gotten frustrated. I'm like, bro, like just we don't have to get this clip, like just let's just go on a different clip. But he has this like mindset of how he's going to film. But on the flip side of it, you almost like, hey, this person cares so much about their work, their craft, that like they want it to be the best way that it can be. So you almost like, wow, I really respect what you're doing.
David,
If
His
expert
videos
at
are
his
good.
craft. No,
Yeah.
I know, but like he's Like there's times where like we were going to the gym and I was like, yeah, I'll drive. And he's like, no, we got to take my car because the last clip is in my car. And if I'm in your car, someone's going to be like,
That's
and
how
I'm
I
always
would
like,
think.
David, no one watching your video is going to be mad if it goes from your BMW to another car to get to the gym. You know, like no one watching is going to even notice. But to him, he's like, no, it messed up the whole flow of the video. Like it's got to be. And I'm like, yeah, honestly, I kind of appreciate like how into detail he is. No one would care. He would not get one less view if he did. But in his head, I think he thinks that.
Do you know how I'm thinking about this? So I have to go pick up the truck tomorrow on Monday from the shop, and then I have to take it to the dealer for something that I'll talk about in a video, but then I have to take it back to the shop. But I'm not filming the whole vlog that day, but I need to film picking up the truck and taking it because there's stuff I want to say while this problem is going on. So I told Taylor, I was like, I need to figure out how to do this. So I'm going to film like I'm vlogging during this clip, and just whatever outfit that I'm wearing during that clip, that's the outfit that I'll wear for the vlog.
Never.
Yeah.
That I'll
See,
film.
no one cares. If your clothes change, not a single person would comment.
I think
They
I would
wouldn't.
notice.
No, yeah, and I think that's like David too. Like I think y'all are so like I want to make the best product I can, which I appreciate. Like y'all treat YouTube like it's a fucking
Not my last
job,
video. My
which,
last
I mean,
video. My last
Yeah.
video is when I film a vlog and it's just like a bunch of clips, I'm like, which is the one that went up today, I get really in my head. And I think if David didn't make the quality of videos that he did, I wouldn't push myself. I think me and David like push each other to make like cooler shots in our
I'm
content.
just above everybody. So
Joe,
someday,
you know what's crazy is Joe
I-
like the new lens that I said I was going to buy. He bought the new lens, but he doesn't make videos.
I'm gonna take a picture of my dog with it. It'll be cool. No, I appreciate y'all. Y'all treat YouTube like it's. I mean, because same if Alphalete, if you launch a hoodie and like one little thing's out, like you're gonna scrap it and go back to the. So I think that's how y'all are looking at like YouTube to y'all. It's like it's a business. I mean, it is a business. But you're treating it like it's a product. Like it has to be perfect before it goes out.
I do that, but I still will look at YouTube as I still don't consider it work, and it's hard for me to like if someone's like, "Hey, can you come to this place tomorrow?" Right, and you had like a big project for Alpha League, like, "Do I got to work?" Right, but if that work was just editing a video, I would go like, "Oh, I can edit another time." Like, that's just me editing a vlog. Like, I still can't like wrap my head, but it is work because like David will frequently be like, "Oh, I need to work," and it'll be him editing thumbnails. I'm like, "Oh, bro, that's just fucking editing thumbnails. Like, you can do that at any time or tomorrow." And he's like, "No," I'm like, "Oh, I need to work." Like, that's not work, bro. That's editing a video, but it is work. Hey, how was the Alpha Elite birthday?
Good. We shipped, like sales wise or like ship wise.
If whatever your goal was, did you meet or exceed it, or how did it go?
It went very well. So we did. I'm doing it by units moved. That's like how I'm kind of tracking.
Has that changed over the time?
So we moved 350,000 for Black Friday.
Wait, no. Like, did you used to not? Did you used to track efficiency?
Yeah, well, because right now we're just the number one way to make more profit in the company is going to be to get the warehouse costs down, like point blank. So we have to get our units down. So we got Black Friday before we went live. We had 1.35 million units in the warehouse.
Okay.
We got it down by 350K. And then on birthday sale, we did like 335K unit. So like we'd made some big dents in.
How many orders do you think there were for 335,000 units sold?
I don't know the order. I think it was like
Most people ordering like 3 or more items?
60,000 or something.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, people.
Yeah, average is like 6 items.
I mean, when you're selling stuff for $10
yeah.
or like such a discount,
So, yeah,
people are just
60,000 times
finding
6.
shit to throw in their cart.
Yeah, like 58 to 60,000 orders, which is really good.
So,
But the better part is like we ended up having to combine our January and birthday sale launch because we took so long to ship Black Friday that we didn't want to launch in January. So that made our like cost of the launches very high, but we recouped the entire cost of launch. Given, it's birthday sale, so it's like gonna obviously help get that cost recouped. We recouped in like 50 minutes.
Shit.
We haven't like recouped our cost in a launch like that fast in like 2 years. So that was like the best sign. And
how does that make you feel?
So excited that things are actually like sold out again, and now we're like marketing the fact that and showing people, hey, these are gone. You got to be quick. Like these sizes are gone, and just like leaning into that more to kind of like start adjusting the perspective of like the expectation of everything always being in stock.
Like scarcity.
Yeah, well, and I'm proud to say like we're not holding back inventory. We're not like, oh, just upload 30% of inventory, sell it out, then we'll restock. No, like we're legit like putting everything we have and like we're seeing what's actually selling out. So yeah, it's been a long time since we've had that. So now it's like proper momentum, knowing the next few drops we have are like very similar, so they're gonna have similar effects of like selling out and higher sell-through rates. Like we haven't seen like 90% sell-through rates on a lot of items in a very long time. In like a day. So now that, now we're doing ordering restocks and like it's going to be a much healthier owl fleet. So very good step.
When's your next launch?
First week of May.
Okay, so like 2 months between.
Yeah, and we're going to rebrand in April. Like do our rebrand.
Have you talked about that? Still kind of hidden at the moment?
Still hinting at it, but it'll be before the launch.
Can you talk about it at all? You don't say like what you're doing, but like why you're doing a rebrand or
10 years in, there's just been so much like uncertainty in the way Alfleet's been moving that we're just going to clear things up, set things straight, and like what to expect from Alfleet moving forward. Commitments, we're going to be committing to like event plans. We're going to be committing to new loyalty program stuff. We're going to be committing to just like a lot of how we're going to take steps to be who we want to be, and yeah, just make our like statement much more clear.
I like it.
Yeah.
Joe,
Is that a new logo?
Maybe
a little bit of everything. Joe, when I was, I have little buckets right here.
Yeah.
And I have like, intro. I have Christian. There's a bunch of like updates that I kind of wanted to like talk to, like things going on. But for Joe, I don't know what you're doing. What updates can you give the people? It's been 3 weeks.
And like what
Like with
happened
Christian,
in the
there's
last 3
like
weeks?
Alpha Elite, 3D,
Yeah, dude,
YouTube,
sorry, I don't own a
House.
fucking giant clothing company. I will say that I am liking the new Alphalete products much better.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no, way better. You went through like a weird fashion week mode for a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't love that, but the new stuff is back to like the OGs. It's very nice.
I would agree. I think I've always liked Alpha Elite for the athletic stuff, and then you went like down a lifestyle rabbit hole of stuff that looked great on you,
Not on me.
not on me.
Look like a trash bag.
Yeah, like I couldn't wear a lot of stuff, but it's like last night at dinner. 2 nights ago at dinner, I was wearing the Alpha Elite long sleeve.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah, it's like I like just like simple stuff, like simple. Like
Honestly,
like,
I want those pants. Those are nice pants.
Yeah, these are good. These
Like,
are
I like
sold out,
these,
too.
but now these are the old ones. Now I want the new ones.
Well, these are older.
And those are really nice.
Yeah, this is actually during the era that you're talking shit on right now. So
Never mind.
no,
I'll take it all back.
I agree 100%. Like we went way too lifestyle.
Well, certain stuff like I'll put on like
I'm not gonna lie, but it's like when Young LA really started popping off, and then you see like Gym in dark sport as well in the last few years, like really popping off, and then you see like Gymshark really transitioning to like heavier graphics. Like every brand is doing it, so we felt like we had to do it, and it definitely like it's almost like we were playing catch up because we were trying to become someone we really weren't at our core, and we just like let the foot off the gas of like developing quality like athletic product, and we try to make like what's going to be cool and what are people going to want to buy, but we were looking at other brands too much and like stop making things that our customers wanted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For men especially.
hold on a second. Keep talking.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, on my end, I finished my movie room, kind of. I need like one more little thing, and then my movie room's done. And then I've just been working. Dude, I'm like a fucking corporate slave now, honestly. I've always not wanted to do that, but I am like legit.
Do you go and get lunch every day? Do you Instacart or Uber?
No. I'm in the office. I don't work at home ever anymore. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, I'm in the office. I go to Chipotle. I'm not gonna lie. I go to Chipotle probably 4 times a week. I go to Chipotle a lot.
I got the new honey chicken yesterday.
At Chipotle.
It's good. Yeah, honey chicken's good. Yeah,
Honey, it's like
probably not good for you. It's pretty sweet. It's probably a lot of sugar.
it's like sweet hot honey
It's good, though.
chicken.
Very good.
But it's not as good as the other fancy chicken they just had.
Agreed.
The spicy adobe.
Yeah.
dope. Yeah.
That one was a little bit better, but this one's good. I had it yesterday.
Heidi showed us the like secret cauliflower chicken thing in Vail, and we've been doing that like twice a week now. Dude,
yeah.
that's the Montreal chicken seasoning. Might be the best thing I've ever had in my life. Yeah, dude, nothing really new on my end. You saw the house. It's coming together. The movie room's coming together. Everyone, it's
Yeah, but are you balancing like back and forth about like you're like adding new stuff to the house, but you're also like kind of like trying to plan for like getting out of the house?
I'm definitely already like looking at plots of land and stuff. I love the area. I love where I'm at. I just want at least an acre, like maybe 2. I definitely want some land. I don't mind. This is a good, I'm not going to call it a starter home. It's a very nice house, but this is a very good starter home for me as far as like knowing that I'm ready for a house, I guess. I don't know. I still do my own yard. You were talking shit when I bought all the stuff. You're like, you're just going to hire somebody. It's been like 6 months still doing my own yard. It's kind of fun.
But you were talking how much you disliked it.
At first I didn't like it because my grass was dying and it looked really bad, but now it's starting to come together. I'm learning.
I guess if you like doing it, but as far as like the cost of what it costs to get someone to mow your lawn these days is so nominal. Like it's like
it gives me
for your
honestly,
lawn, you could pay someone like $40. And
I think I'm kind of bored on Sundays anyway. It gives me something to do on a Sunday. I guess I could make a YouTube video, but
yeah, you could make a YouTube video.
I could never be bored on a Sunday.
I'm pretty bored.
Wait,
I
what?
could do nothing on a Sunday and be totally happy.
No, I need something to do.
Like I could do nothing.
I've been playing a lot of golf. Hey, I got something that happened yesterday. I played 18 holes yesterday. For the first time in my life, I fucked it up. But for the first time in my life, I got an eagle putt. I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
You got on the green and then.
But so honestly, I never really thought about it, but it's incredibly hard to do. We had a really, really strong tailwind yesterday. So I hit like a 300-yard drive. Basically on a par 5 is the only time you can get, so it's 2 under par. But like on a par 3, it's a hole in one, which obviously you're never going to get. And on a par 4, you'd have to get on the green in the first hit, which again, probably never going to happen. But like the stars aligned and I got 3 feet away from the hole on my second shot on a par 5. And then I missed it.
Obviously.
So I got a birdie, but like that was the first time I've ever even had the option to, I don't know, I thought it was cool. If I would have made it, I would have lost my
We're going to
mind.
play some golf next week.
Who is we?
I'm going to go to Austin. I'm going to.
So not me and
You say you're going to go.
Oh, I could be down.
Would you be? You mentioned before the pod you're thinking about putting a golf simulator in your house.
Maybe if I really want to.
Do you want to go play some golf? We'll go play golf with you. I didn't think you really liked it
When
we played for my bachelor.
Yeah, but he was stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we can do it now. It's pretty fun.
I need to
go
go practice before I go play again because I don't want to just waste my time on the course.
Yeah, but here's
I can't hit the.
That's what golf's about, is wasting
We're
your time
not.
on the course.
Joe,
But I mean, like
Joe's
practice
good.
swinging. You know, I need to I'd rather go practice swings.
I mean, we should go to the
2
driving
hours.
range for like an hour and then go.
Every time we go to play golf, we're like, hey, let's get to the range before we play
Never happens.
today. It never happens. It's always like, let's go hit some balls for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We always get there 5 minutes before we have to tee off.
I'm still pretty bad, but I also didn't play for a long time because I fucked my hand up. I didn't play for like 4 months, 3 months.
bro, everyone's bad. I was driving down the street the other day, and I'm like, what's the Quail Valley golf course that you see from the road? And I'm like driving, and I see a guy like about to hit. He's like in the sand trap, and he just hits it, and it just misses it. And I'll see people hit balls and just ass, and I'm like, you suck too? Love it.
Yeah, we played.
Yeah.
we got like 2 pars maybe.
I
got like three pars yesterday and a birdie. I'm getting to the point now where like a par is not an exciting thing for me. Like when you first start playing, the first time you get a par, you're like cheering
golf
yourself
snobby.
on. Now I'm getting to the point where like I get a couple pars every time I play, so I'm not like insane. Now I'm like, now the birdie's like the fucking. I feel real nice if I get a birdie.
Would you go play golf with us if we like?
Won't travel to Austin. I'll stay here.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Honestly, we can go play at Greatwood. Terrible. Where we played for his thing is only like 5 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There's really
said
not a golf course by you, like on that side.
Quail Valley.
No, I'm saying like on the other, like by. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
What on Sundays is Sunday like your chill day?
Yeah, but I could do absolutely nothing.
What does
and
that
be
mean?
Like, I could.
I mean, you're not laying on the floor
I could not
staring.
work out. I could not edit a video. I could not even today. I got to go film some reels. Would rather not. Even if we had that concert, would rather not. Like, I'd really like to reach. Like, if I can be just like on the couch as long as I want, whatever.
So will you watch shows in like the middle of the day?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've watched shows in the middle of the day. What shows
On
you watching?
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree that I always looked forward. That's because Sunday I don't train. Sunday is when I have my pizza, but I had pizza last night. I kind of like blacked out, bro. I had like 2 bags of sour strips and a pizza and
Blacked out?
3 Oreo balls.
For the
Those Oreo
first
balls are
time in like
good.
a year, I had 2 nights straight of just like binging.
Yeah,
so
I
I
binged
gained
last
10
night.
pounds. I was 189 before Ohio, 199 yesterday.
How do you balance like cheat days or meals? Do you plan
I
it,
don't.
or do you just
I just went ham, bro. Heidi got this lemon cake, so I had a whole lemon cake
With the whole cake.
vanilla wafers.
do you
just going
start
ham,
and then
it's
you just go fuck it
downhill? Yeah, like a really self-sabotaging kind of attitude.
The next day, do you try to correct the
The
course?
second day, I tried all day, and then at nighttime, I just went fucking worse. I had a worse like.
I feel like that might be me today because I went ham last night, and then today I've only had a really nice banana that Joe saw.
Yeah, just go ham.
It's a large banana.
But
You picked that one yourself.
and then, but I think I was like, maybe I'm just gonna eat like no carbs the whole day to punish myself for yesterday.
Yeah, but then nighttime comes and you're like, fuck it. Like that's what happened to me. And literally 10 pounds, bro. Like I was so upset with myself.
Dude, Taylor made some Oreo balls. I don't even want to know.
I wouldn't
had
be
3
able.
last night.
I wouldn't be able to. I'd eat all of
Dude,
them.
they're so like, it's like eating Play-Doh. It's
I
insanely
watched-
good, but like, I bet there's fucking 50 grams of sugar in each
I
one
watched
of those.
it. Basically, it's like each one of those Oreo balls, like each ball is like 3 or 4 Oreos in one ball, and then there's like cream.
See,
Dude,
I
it
can't
is-
be around that.
But so
if
good,
Heidi just
man.
has anything, like she was eating Nilla wafer, I ate the whole box. Like I can't have anything around.
What happens if you're like, let's say you're with Heidi, what type of partner is she in terms of? So you're.
Oh, she's like, go for it. You deserve it.
But what if you keep eating it? Does she ever go like, all right, girl, like, all right, like,
No, she's all
calm
like,
down.
you deserve it.
Because
You
Taylor,
look
like,
good.
I'll be keep eating sour chips, and Taylor be like, Max, like, you're gonna be mad at yourself, like you're eating a lot, and I'll be like, no. But she tries to like put a little bit of like, you
I'll
sure you want to
be
do
like,
this?
stop me, take them, and she won't. And I'll be like, all right.
Will she join in with you?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought I ate a lot, but being in Vail with you,
Oh, I
bro,
could eat
when
so
when you
much.
eat, you can fucking eat, dude.
Yeah.
He ate like 4 servings at that Italian restaurant. Like he ate his, then he ate Heidi's, then he ate mine, then he finished Amanda's.
Oh yeah,
off.
you can eat like a pound of
I
pasta,
know.
bro.
It was fucking nuts. Me and Amanda were watching it, and I was like, I don't think he's gonna stop. She's like, just,
You know, I
just
could have
watch,
kept
just
eating. I
watch.
could have got
Yeah.
dessert. I could have gone.
Do you plan your cheat days, or is it just like
No, but I think now we're gonna have to start because
just Sunday, bro? Sunday.
well, yeah, I'm gonna. My coach comes in this week actually for 2 days, so we're gonna take a new approach because I've been like actually like dieting for over a year now, like hard.
you look. I'm gonna hype you up again. You look yoked.
Thank you, bro. I think it's the best I've looked.
Yeah.
But now it's like my cravings too, because I still have to do like 3 days of no carb and stuff to maintain. I'm doing cardio every single day right now. So like, I think I'm just fatigued with like dieting. So he's gonna start incorporating like specific like meals or whatever once every 2
The only
weeks
thing
or
I
so.
stress is just like
It's gonna be tough to
I don't want to
maintain
like
this.
control your. I don't want this physique to like control your life. But yeah, you look phenomenal.
I'm gonna try to hold it.
Yeah, but you don't want to be like so shredded and so jacked, but you're like, I just can't go anywhere, do anything, can't go out to eat anywhere with my friends.
No, but
like,
the thing is, if I'm good on my own, then I can go out to eat on the weekend, or I can go to the restaurants. Like I don't have to say no as long as I'm good on my time that I'm like not with my friends. And
can
stuff.
you put the seasoning on the Blackstone? Will you get to that point where you're comfortable? No.
Sundays
I
are
don't
for the
know.
Blackstone.
I don't know.
Oh man. Well,
I have one more thing.
Okay.
It's very sad for me to say this, but I've come to the realization.
wait, Christian didn't say any of
What?
his topics.
What? Oh, well, no. Let me just say this, and then
Okay, we'll save him.
this is going to be a crazy thing to say.
You've already said some wild shit. today,
No.
Joe.
No. I think I'm kind of like falling out of love with cars a little bit.
Here we go.
Isn't that a crazy thing to say? Yeah, no, I had this conversation the other day, and like, I haven't
I'm
been to a car show, and
I'm
so,
over them.
I'm not over them, but like, I have no desire to like go to any of the events. I was supposed to go to a car show this morning, and I'm like, nah, I don't really want any car. You know, like I've always in my life, I've been like, all right, what's next? What's next? Like, I get a car, and 2 days later, I'm like, what's next? Like, I'm very content with the Raptor, and like, honestly, I love the McLaren, but like, I don't drive. Like, I don't know. For the first time in my life, I'm not like, oh my god, the new Lambo came out, I got to get that. Like, I think I'm.
Welcome to being a normal person.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just like, I think now I'm looking at like, oh, I want a bigger house. I want some land. I want, you know, going to, I think experience is actually a little bit higher, like going to Vail. Now I'm like, oh, let's do a trip. I think less of me now is like, oh, I need 4 cars and I gotta have
healthy,
this.
Joe.
And
It's very
is
healthy.
that?
I will say,
I think at 30 years old, I am like, I'm not over it. I think I'll always own a sports car, but I don't think I'm at that level now where I'm like, I have to have the new sports car. Oh my God, this came out.
you know, it's something that's gone through my head, and the
Yeah.
same thing. Don't get me wrong, I love the Raptor R.
Oh God, here we go.
What?
No. I love it, and I'm like
30% off, and I'll buy it.
No. And I haven't had like a V8 in a while, and because I remember when I was like
He likes the Jeep.
with the SRT, I would like
No.
when I get on the on ramp, I love like flooring it when I need to pass someone, and I always hated when my current Jeep because if like you want to pass someone, I'd floor it and it's just like 8,000 RPM and barely move. But like when I'm driving like the little Jeep, part of me is just going because I used to think it was like not cool if you like when David bought his like Tesla. He's like, dude, should I get like the performance? I'm like, you gotta get the performance one, you know? And when my dream like SUV when I have kids and shit is like a Cadillac. I'm like, you gotta get the V. But then I'm like, what do you need the bigger engine? Like I'm like, how fast can I go? Like, can I just get can I get it's like eventually when I upgrade, I'm sure Reddit will love this. When I upgrade Taylor to like a nice car, when she gets like a nice car for whatever she wants, right? Let's say it could be a fucking Range Rover or G-Wagon, something nice. I'm gonna be like, oh, you gotta get the AMG G-Wagon, right? But part of
Yeah,
it's
but
like
why?
Because
Taylor's
then,
never gonna go fast.
So then when I drive it, I'm like, I have like the fast one, but I'm like, probably the normal one.
I kind of agree with that a little bit. Yeah, no, I fill up my truck every other day, and
Yeah.
I frequently think like I could have a V6 Raptor and have the exact same truck and not fill it up every other day.
When I put the regular Jeep in sport mode, I know it ain't as fast Raptor, but like it starts RPM higher and like it's pretty zippy. Like but I'm like, what do I need to do? But then I think it's just maybe a man thing or like
I think it's like a flex thing.
Yeah,
too.
where I'm like, oh, I need the top of the line one. I need the fastest one.
Yeah.
But like
Well, I'm getting to that point I think in life where I'm like I think I'd rather have a nicer house and furniture and stuff than.
Yeah.
I always wondered, like when I went to car shows when I was younger, you'd always see these guys like I know they live in like a $400,000 house, but they have an Aventador, and I'm like, how, like what? Didn't it ever make sense to me? You have these guys have
always
cars
have
that
said
are
that.
more than, and now I'm starting to be like, oh, like I'm kind of that guy right now. Like technically, both my cars together are about the same price as my house.
Yeah, but if
like,
you get
I don't really-
a nicer, bigger house, like you almost need then. But here's the thing: what do you think? And these are like no one really cares about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let's say you're like, oh, I want to spend the money on a much nicer house instead of having much nicer cars. But if you get a much nicer house, is it weird to have like a
No,
really
dude.
really nice house and like not
Bro.
Like, do you feel like things need to balance?
So I've wondered that too. But like the houses on Palmer in Sugarland, just massive houses. One of them has like Bentleys and shit. He's like a Range Rover and a Bentley and stuff. But most of these giant fucking homes, even like in your new neighborhood, most of them have like old fucking Tahoes and like Corollas. Like most people don't have Lambos and Range Rovers and shit. I've started seeing that a lot in like these big neighborhoods No, but I'm saying people even when we have a $10 million home, like even these giant houses in Florida.
Joe's like the average person doesn't have.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, but I've even noticed in like Florida, like you see these massive homes that are $80 million homes, but then they drive like a normal Tahoe, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't you get the Escalade? Why would you? But I think to a lot of people, like a car is just it's A to B. They don't give a shit what they're in. They just want to get.
That's why I told
I
Taylor.
love Tahoes.
I was like,
I had nothing against the Tahoe. I'm just saying that.
I told Taylor, I was like, even if we get other cars, I was like, I think I might keep the Grand Cherokee as like, and she's like, why? I was like, I don't know, just have like a more gas efficient, just like smaller car zipping around. I don't really care if it gets beat up because it's already like, a couple years old. Like, I might keep it as like my.
I think I might go. I kind of want to downgrade a little bit. I want a manual. I'm starting to value the like driving experience more than like
No.
oh my god, it has 1,000 horsepower. I'd almost rather have like an older Porsche with a manual in it than like an 800 horsepower McLaren that is really cool, but I can never actually floor it because it goes,
You go straight to jail.
350Z Nismo.
dude. That's what I'd
Nismo.
almost rather have like a fun weekend car to like
For a
drop
sale.
the top and shift it than like. That is, I love the McLaren, but like the problem with the McLaren is like I take a right out of a light and I floor it and I'm doing 190 miles an hour and it's like you can't do that.
You
Like
get
there's
a
nowhere to.
2020 370Z Nissan Nismo for $33K with 85,000 miles.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's a lot of miles.
Yeah, I've always said, and I didn't come up with this, someone else did, but I've always repeated it. It's like it's more fun to drive a slow car fast than it is to drive a fast car slow.
But here,
You'll have more fun driving a Miata really fast because it's 80 miles an hour than driving a McLaren slow.
370Z Nismo or 350Z Nismo?
I think 70 was more refined.
370 is cooler.
I think it still
was
looks
just a
so
newer
good.
version.
The 370 is like a dope
like the new
looking
one?
car.
They come out with the new Z.
The 2017 Nissan.
Would you say that people who are like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have this McLaren, I can't really drive it, why have a car that's more expensive? Do you think that like certain people that, maybe not people that I know, but like people that are listening that have so much money, they go, yeah, but the difference is like when you get to a certain point, when you have so much money, it doesn't fucking matter that you have like these cars that aren't practical, get terrible gas mileage, you don't drive them that often because you have so much money.
Yeah, but typically those guys don't. I mean, typically there are some very, very wealthy car collectors out there like Seinfeld and shit like that. But typically the people that I know that are worth like $50 million, $100 million, they usually don't have a car. They usually have fucking boats or a jet or, I mean, like I don't think Bezos has a bunch of Ferraris and shit. Like I would almost say that most of the super wealthy don't care about cars. They put their money in vacation homes and experiences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Zuck bought a bunch of cars recently, but yeah, I mean, I don't think it's I don't know. I don't know. I'm just at the first time in my life for 30 years, I've been fucking diehard like car shows. I love every car, blah, blah. Now I'm to the point where like,
do you think
the new Z is hideous?
I don't hate it.
What the hell they do to the headlights, bro?
Joe, do you think do you think you have some sort of identity attachment to it that you fear? This is going to get deep here. Do you fear that if you don't have a really cool car, that like you're no longer the cool car guy?
No, because I'm not making content anymore.
No,
I'm not
just
going
in
to
general.
car shows. Like
oh,
no
dude,
one
Joe
knows me
has
as the car guy.
Joe always has a Raptor R. He's got a McLaren. Joe's got the Porsche.
I'm not saying I'm
Joe's
not going to
the Porsche
have.
guy.
I'll always have something. I'm just saying that I'm to the first time in my life where I'm not like looking forward to that next car. Like, oh, I got to get the next car. I think like Christian went through a phase there where he was like car, and then he's like, oh, I'm over
the
it.
Aventador was the peak.
See, I think, and maybe it's my fault. Maybe the McLaren is. Maybe I went.
What about
too
me
high.
buying a Raptor R?
See, I think you're just getting
You have a
started.
long
like, I think,
journey ahead.
Yeah. Like I think I might have fucked myself. I might have gone a little too high, and now nothing else is really exciting. Now nothing.
I will say, I do think the Audi RS Q8 is a pretty cool car.
You seen Dom's collection of cars?
Oh yeah,
I saw the Ferrari.
Crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah. He has a
Collection.
See, but was he always into cars, or did he get a bunch of money and buy like 10 cars at once?
He did tell me, he goes, when I told him that I got the Raptor R, he goes, bro, best daily driver in the world. He goes, I'm actually going to buy, I think I want to buy a second one so I can just have one if I want to go look for one. And he's like, I have a lot of cars, and the Raptor R is like by far my favorite.
I'll never not. I mean, I love the Raptor. Like any version of the Raptor, I think it's the best daily in the world. I think the R is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I would agree, but this Tesla's been real nice.
Yeah,
just
the
plug it
only
in?
problem with the Raptor
bro.
R.
I mean, having filled it. I mean, it's been nice not having to pay gas.
I mean,
I watch the gas meter. I watch it.
dude, to put it in perspective,
Yeah.
Like a day, if I have to go out to where Joe lives or go downtown, like, I mean, it'd be like a quarter tank of gas.
I'm at least 2 weeks on a charge right now.
I'm every other day at a tank.
I like it. Like
Yeah.
I like just like
You fill up every like 2 days?
Every 3. So I filled up the day that we went to dinner, and I'm at a quarter tank right now. So I'll have to fill it today. Oh my! But I drive a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So we were looking at like, it's fucked up. We were looking at like credit card statements. We have delivery trucks for the cabinets, right? Like the big box trucks, diesel box trucks. I spend more a month on my Raptor gas than we do on our delivery trucks. Like our box trucks that are delivering cabinets all day, every day, we spend less a month on that thing than we do my truck on gas. Like that puts in perspective, like a daily driver truck to get one person to work is more money a month in gas than
Turns
like a
out
delivery
fancy
truck.
cars won't make you happy.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it's happened to other people. I don't know. I think I was just into cars for so long that now.
And if you don't if you don't keep buying cars though, then you really don't have content to film.
I know.
Then you're actually retiring.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that Joe is like the most relevant person, I'll say on the internet in our world, the most relevant person online that posts the least amount of content?
Yep.
Like Joe doesn't post anything. He might post one Instagram story every month on Instagram, 0 YouTube videos.
I don't even
0
understand-
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But everyone in our circle knows exactly who he is.
yeah.
I don't understand.
Because of like him as a personality in our world.
even my Instagram stories are still getting like 16 to 17,000 views on a story.
Well, bro,
and I only
that's
have
because-
48,000 followers. It's like I don't know
That's
where
because people are going, same thing I do. I go, oh, Joe posted a story.
I guess, yeah. That is, I will say, a little part of me, I want to make another like car video, but a little part of me is just scared that like, what if the time passed? Because like For a while there, it was like 20,000 views first day, and it would go up to like 75 to 100 every video.
That's
and
good.
now I'm scared that like, what if I come back and it only gets like 5,000 views?
You know, Joe,
and that's
someone
the
came
end?
up to me at the Arnold, and they were like, I just want to let you know, I follow you because I found you via Joe.
There's probably like five people like that.
And I
Everyone
said
else
I
the other
would
way
definitely
around.
say that on the next podcast.
You know what? We got to wrap this up, but
Yeah.
you know what I get a lot is I love the podcast. I get a lot of people that in person will be like, hey, love your videos. Be like, bro, keep up love the podcast. Like the comments we get on the podcast, people love the podcast.
Yeah.
We got to keep doing it.
I strictly get recognized for this now. So without this, I'm no one.
If someone says like, "What do you do?" You're like, "I work at a cabinet shop."
podcaster.
Yeah, I'm on a podcast as well.
P.S. I'm telling y'all now, for the summer shredding shows, there's like a few in Houston. The day after, I would love to have like, essentially take the podcast and do a little panel.
We'll do it live.
Yeah.
Wait,
That'd be sick.
you want to film this podcast?
No, we'll do like a similar, we'll do like a behind Gym 2, we'll do like a little set and like have chairs and let people watch. We'll do a Q&A panel thing with us.
Okay,
That'd be
Maybe
sick.
add Heidi.
like on the Don't Be Sad like this thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like, just like a summer shredding kind
yeah.
of deal.
Put up on the channel. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you could film it and yeah, upload it.
well, I'm assuming, or else it's just a Q&A you're asking us to be in. What are you asking?
Yeah, will
Are you
y'all
asking
be,
for us to film a podcast?
no, will y'all be guests and we do a panel? And if you want to
yeah.
film it, we can. That'd be.
I
cool.
don't know if I have any relevance at a summer shredding show, dude.
Bro, our
Like, so
audience
how'd
is
you prep
old-
for the show? And I'm be like,
Our audience is older now, bro. Like it's
I ate a bunch of sour strips and Oreos last night, and
Well, Joe, I always invite you anyway.
hey, I'll come, dude. I enjoy it. Dude's up. He's saying, wrap it up, Max.
yeah. Right. I mean, we're probably almost at like 2 hours. We got to go eat crawfish.
We're not doing that. Do you not read your text?
Wait,
Remember
Taylor,
I texted
Taylor was
you and
super
said-
excited. I said I was
Well,
going
look.
home to pick.
You look like you're about to go eat crawfish.
Look,
No, I don't
we-
want to eat crawfish, but Taylor
You're
thinks
in
that I'm
the
going
outfit.
after this to pick up.
We can go, but I have to be. We'll talk about this in a second.
Damn,
Remember,
Taylor's
I said
gonna
we
be
need to do the pod
pissed.
early.
Maybe me and Taylor go get velvet taco.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I haven't had velvet in a while.
Damn. Okay, but just leave on a cliffhanger. We don't have to talk about the topic, but
Yeah.
what was the topic that you're going to talk about?
I don't have anything good. I do it on the questions on Instagram, and it's like literally like, how do you stay motivated? Like it's like those types. Here, Jesus is king.
That's a good topic.
Yeah.
How do you market your brand in a crazy social media world? Starting a clothing brand.
Have they watched the podcast?
Wealth management.
I had a whole fun. I would love to talk about. I made my wealth management decision also.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Talk about the next podcast.
How's the market going?
Fucking ass. Oh my God. I could
Yeah.
go on a whole rant about that.
Hey, remember in the one podcast where I said that I put all of my money in AMD?
Oh, someone, my
So
last
that's all you need to
YouTube
know
comment
about.
goes, hey, on the next pod, ask Joe how AMD's going.
It hurts.
Hey, I actually got a lot of these now. Like, I had way more now, so I'll screenshot some and bring some for next time.
Yeah. I've been emotionally abused by AMD on a daily basis for a month now.
I'm getting abused by
Dude.
in the S&P, bro. Oh my.
It fucking hurts. But you know what? You don't lose if you don't sell. So
That's what it is.
5 years from now when I break even again,
Okay, guys, that will wrap up this banger of an episode of The Potter. Thank you for hanging out. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're on any sort of podcast streaming service, give us a 5-star review. Don't know what it does, but I think it helps. All their socials will be down in the description. Joe's just collecting
they?
dust
You
over
put
there.
mine in there?
I do.
thank you.
You're welcome. But this people are like, why am I going to go over there and just go here?
Yeah,
This
true.
is actually where he'll show up. Yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips and
Don't be sour.
ever forward.
Yeah.
Peace. Woof.